function. The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. So if you just playing around, you need to tell your girl, take a fine home, and that's real. Stop teasing me, stop teasing me. I could change your life so easily. I keep begging you to stay, but you're leaving me, leaving me. We got sticks in the club illegally. Got the whole 6 side, they believe in me. We got members east of the DVP. We got members west on the 401. We got a lock on the game, but there's more to come. You gotta pot that till the morning come. You want shots for the girls, damn, order some. Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who? Hey.
Is it
Stacy?
Is it
Becky?
Is it
Keisha?
Is it
Ashley?
Was it
Danny?
Is it
Party?
Where's the function?
Where the function? Where the function?
Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shake it in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shake it in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me. Hey, how many in this club? Is it just me and you, my love? I don't mean to call you, know. Just heard about the things that you do, my love. And you're just like me if it's true, my love. Hey, you can see right through my love. Hey, I see your waist shrunk, my love. Hey, you got some bass in the trunk, my love. Damn, how many in this club? Is it really just me, my love? You know my dad and them pimpin' for real. You ever been down to Memphis, Tennessee, my love? I ain't saying I agree, my love. I'm just telling you the things that I see, my love. I got drinks, jokes, sex, and cash. Those are 4 things I can guarantee, my love. Hey,
baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shake it in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shake it in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Scott Leonard back at it again, bringing you guys another banger live stream. Hope y'all are doing okay. It is Saturday, guys. Still Saturday. Second stream of the day. Yo, Daffy, thank you for joining the stream, bro. How you doing, man? He says even his animation version has a big fucking head. Oh my god, bro. I don't know why y'all convinced that I got a big head. How does the chat have so much shit in it? Let me go back and read what some of y'all were saying before the stream started. Amen, thank you for joining the stream. He says, I hate DDG with a passion. Same with Rakai. He says, Scott, just get on, bro. He says, W time management. What you eating, Unk? Barely cooked rice and sausage and cornbread. It was pretty good. He says, he's eating DoorDash. No, I'm not eating no damn DoorDash. W Fitness. He eating off stream so Bay doesn't see he ordered food again. Bailey's here. It's Saturday. He says, bro, I had a crazy 24 hours. I'm fucking thanking God over here. What happened, Amid? He says, also reading 50 minutes to eat is crazy. To eat an unk speed for real. I'm not going to rush myself. I told Bailey I'm not going to rush myself for these niggas. I straight up told her that shit. I'm not going to rush myself for these niggas. Do you think I'm going to go kill myself, guys, for 10 fucking viewers, 15 viewers? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all out of your mind? Bailey said I'm already complaining. Shit. Okay, you got me on that one.
Got him!
He says he also gotta put in his tampon. Bailey says, nah, he eating. Oh, okay, that's okay. Struggle meal. No, it wasn't a struggle meal. It was a normal meal. He says, that's what I tell my mom. She says, I'm going out. What do you want to eat? I say, nah, I prefer home cooked meals. Then we just make a tilapia with veggies. In my fave, it's my fave. He says, what's too lazy to eat today? Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Daffy. Is Daffy fat? Because he said he was too lazy to eat today. It's like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. How can you be too lazy to eat? He says, but I've seen videos that tilapia are dirty as fuck. Tilapia are the cockroaches of the sea. He says, Daffy from the UK. No, Daffy's not from the UK. He's from Germany. He says, it just went down here in Chicago. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Okay. This nigga said you really need to change that song. I'm not changing the song. What do you have against the song, Daffy? Yo, Christopher Michaels 8256. Thank you for joining the stream. Daffy, what do you have against the song? He says, hey, yo, I'm not fat. I didn't want to cook, bro. So then what do you eat? He says, bro, this is becoming my go-to. Thank you, Scott. Yo, hey, man, I'm glad that you're liking it, bro. I hope everybody's liking it. Tonight, we're going to have a good conversation about these fucking streamers. In the title of the stream, I clickbaited a little bit by saying black streamers. What I really wanted to say is all streamers. These streamers are delusional, guys. We're going to get into it tonight. Did you guys not see what DDG said? What DDG did? DDG's comment put me in a tism. I ain't going to lie, chat. So I'm going to have to get into it tonight. I'm just going to wait for more people to join and then we can get into it. But this shit is... Guys, I'm not going to lie and I'm not trying to complain. Low-key, this should be getting me my feelings, bro. This whole streaming thing, this streaming era, it's ending soon, bro. I can feel it. I can feel it in my fucking bones. I can feel it in my goddamn bones, chat. I'm sitting here thinking to myself like, yo, what am I doing with my life? But then I think like, bro, I don't want to not do it. But at the same time, I'm like, God damn, these niggas are all cheating, bro. All cheaters and they're delusional. Can you imagine cheating and then being delusional about cheating? You're cheating, right? You have view bots. You're paying for your view bots and you're paying for fake subscribers and fake followers. But then you're also tricking yourself into believing that you're actually popping off. Make that make sense. And I've seen this phenomena in real life too, by the way. I've seen this phenomena in real life. I had a friend when I was in the car community. I had a buddy who he started paying for bots on Instagram, right? He went from having no followers on Instagram to having over 1 million followers on Instagram, right? And homie was drinking his own Kool-Aid. He was really thinking he was him. And it's like, bro, did you forget that you paid for bots? How can you be that deluded? So tonight we're going to be watching at least 1 or 2 videos. I have a D Green video that I want to react to, and I have another video by Low Tier God. The Low Tier God video is like my backup video, but I think we'll watch it anyway. They're both about the same topic. I just thought that the Low Tier God video was funny. That's how I even found out about this situation. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and this is gonna come off kind of cringe, but lately I've been watching these clips from this guy, bro. He's a good streamer. I don't know why people get on his ass. He's a good streamer. He's one of the few black streamers who's not acting like a fucking black. He says, I thought no more reactions. In this situation, Daffy, we're going to be doing just 1, maybe 2, but it's because the topic at hand has something visual. It has a visual component, right? I can't just talk about it. I want to show you guys what actually happened. So that's the only reason why we're going to watch the video. But we're going to watch the video last. I'm going to talk about it. I'm waiting for more people to join the stream and we're going to talk about it. And then once I feel like I've talked enough about the topic, then we'll go watch the videos. That's what my plan was for this topic. But the point of this whole situation is that streaming has become an outlet for delusional people. And maybe myself included, but the thing is that I don't think that I'm some guy, right? You guys don't hear me saying, yo, I'm the GOAT of streaming. I'm the GOAT. This shit is making me millions. Yada, yada, yada. He says, that shirt also hella feminine, by the way. No arms and no muscles is crazy. What do you mean no muscles, Daffy? What do you mean no muscles, bro? Are these not muscles? Are these not muscles, my boy? Come on, dude. This nigga said no muscles. You could say small muscles, maybe. You could say weak muscles, maybe. But saying no muscles is crazy. He says SpongeBob ass arms. Daffy, go to the Discord and post a photo of your muscles. Come on, dude. He says, I want to laugh at someone else, not Scott. I mean, lately we've been having pretty good ones. He says, SpongeBob is crazy. Yeah, I know. The roasting is already beginning. This is so early in the arc tonight. You guys really want to roast me tonight like that? Damn. I'm just catching strays right off the bat. Yo, John9090. Thank you for joining the stream, bro. Haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been, bro? Tonight, John saw the title of the stream and he had to jump in. I know what you're on, John. I know what you're on, John. You don't got me. John saw the title of the stream and he said, oh, racism? Bet. If this is the John that I think it is, this is the John that told me that I had to lean into the racism even more. I think. Right? Is that you, John? John9090. Is that you? He said, he saw the title. He said, okay, bet. Count me in. The truth is, John, that the title of tonight's stream is a little bit clickbaity. I really wanted to say streamers, but I figured that if I said black streamers, it would get more people to click on the stream, obviously. And also the streamers that we're going to be talking about more than anything are the black ones, because those are the ones that, I mean, let's keep it a buck. On Twitch, those are the most popular ones right now, at least. The Kai Cenats, the IShowSpeeds, the DDGs. So I thought it was going to be a good topic. Tonight, what we're going to be talking about is the fact that DDG said that streamers are more influential and famous than celebrities. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with that take? DDG said streamers, he said, let me tell you something. Nowadays, streamers are more famous than celebrities. Streamers are more influential than celebrities. If I drop a GPS location and what's this fucking guy's name? Vin Diesel drops a location, I'm gonna get more people. I'm gonna get more people than Vin Diesel. I'm gonna get more people than Chris Hemsworth. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard somebody say on the internet. Low key, he made a very outrageous, outlandish, ridiculous fucking statement. Because the truth is that if Chris Hemsworth says that he's gonna be in Central Park at 2 p.m. and he's gonna do a giveaway, there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of people probably that show up. Normies. Everybody knows who Chris Hemsworth is. Everybody knows who Vin Diesel is. Everybody knows who The Rock is. Everybody knows who Will Smith is. Everybody knows who Tom Cruise is. Everybody knows Arnold Schwarzenegger. If any of those celebrities, real celebrities, I'm talking about movie stars, blockbuster movie stars, say that they're gonna meet up in a park and have a giveaway, there's gonna be so many fucking people, and they're gonna be normal people. When a streamer says that they're having a meet and greet, the people that show up are the people in their niche. So he was talking, and it was one of the most delusional statements that I've ever heard. But on top of that statement, he doubled down. After he said that stupid shit, his whole chat started saying, yo, that's a crazy fucking delusional cope, right? You're delusional if you think that you're bigger than Vin Diesel, bro. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? You think you're Michael Jackson all of a sudden? Bro, nobody knows who you are. Normal people don't know who you are. And I've had this argument before with guys like Royalty talking about, oh, Kai Cenat. Everybody knows who Kai Cenat is. Bro, the only people who know who Kai Cenat are people that are 25 and under in a certain demographic. Now, don't get me wrong. That demographic has millions of people in it, but it's not what you think. The average normie has no idea what the fuck you're talking about. He says, and unks like you. The only reason I know who he is, Daffy, is because I'm doing this. If I wasn't a streamer, I would have no idea who Kai Cenat was. He says, the only celebrity I would say is Mr. Beast and Speed. Pretty much, John. Pretty much. And Speed, Speed, I'm not even gonna say that Speed is a celebrity, but he's like a Z tier celebrity, bro. That's what you guys aren't understanding. Guys like Kai Cenat, guys like Speed, they're not A tier celebrities. They're not B tier celebrities. They're like D tier, E tier celebrities. Speed, the reason why people know who Speed is because he latched on to football, and football is the most popular sport on the planet. So when everybody says Ronaldo, they attach Speed to his name, and that gave Speed extra clout. But a guy like Kai Cenat, yes, he has lots of people know who he is. I'm not going to say that nobody knows who he is. Lots of people know who he is. Millions of people. But it's not the majority. It's not even 20% of the population, bro. Let's keep it a buck. And more than anything, people might know, look, okay, what you're missing the big picture of is that people might know who he is. Like the normies might know who he is because they saw him on the news once or twice. But they're not going to go out of their house to go meet the guy. They're not going to go to a meet and greet. But if fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger has a meet and greet, you better bet that people are going to show up. Because everybody knows who that is. If Will Smith has a public meet and greet with a giveaway, like Kai Cenat did in New York with the PlayStation situation, he's going to have probably millions of people, bro. Everybody knows who fucking Will Smith is. The only problem is, I'm going to tell you one of the problems too. The dissemination of the event's details. You got to think about this. When a Kai Cenat goes on the internet, right? He's tapped in on the internet with the young kids. When he goes on the internet and he says, I'm going to be in ABC place, he already has the avenues for that information to be spread efficiently. Whereas a guy like Will Smith or Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't have that internet audience locked down. So it's harder for them to get the people to get to a spot because who the fuck is going to spread the message? They don't have the infrastructure built. Does that make sense? But for you to think that you're bigger than those guys, you're insane. And the other thing is that these streamers are not as rich as you think they are. DDG's out here talking about, oh, streamers now make more than 95% of the NFL. Did you guys see that tweet? That tweet is going viral right now. Streamers make more than 95% of the NFL. What he meant to say is one or two streamers make more than the bottom half of the NFL, maybe, and not even. Because you guys see a streamer like DDG driving around in a Ferrari SF90, and you guys think he's a multi-millionaire. But the truth is, you don't need to be a super millionaire to have a fucking Ferrari. You don't need to be a super gazillionaire to have a supercar. The problem is that poors, and I hate to say it like this, poors haven't lived enough life, right? They haven't experienced enough. So poors see a Ferrari, poors see a Lamborghini, and they automatically think that the person driving that car is a multi-gazillionaire. But in reality, to own a Lamborghini, yo, Royalty, thank you for joining the stream. He says, let me guess, Scott hating because he's not them. I'm speaking facts, Royalty, that's all. I'm just speaking facts, bro. I'm just speaking facts. He says, Scott's McLaren is more valuable than DDG's Ferrari. No. The Ferrari that DDG has is worth probably $400,000 to $500,000. But my point is that for you to own one of those cars, if you're making a sweet $500,000 a year, you can afford one of those cars. Even more expensive than my car. Remember, I only made $200,000 a year and I could afford a McLaren. So it's really not rocket science, man. You don't need to be a multimillionaire. DDG probably, look, these niggas be flexing, but after they pay taxes, after they pay for the cost, the expenses, after they pay all the editors, the clippers, the bots, all of that stuff, they're probably walking home with $1 million a year. DDG probably has maximum $10 million. Kai Cenat probably has 30, maybe 40 million at the most. They really don't have that much money, bro. They be fake flexing, and that's the problem. And then the poors who haven't experienced anything in life, they don't know the cost of things. They don't know how the world works. They don't know about finances. They don't know about how to stretch your money. So they think, oh, this guy must be a billionaire. Even Andrew Tate with the Bugatti. A Bugatti only costs $2-3 million. If you have $20 million, you can afford a Bugatti. It's just that most rich people aren't going to go out. Most rich people are not obsessed with getting the flashiest, most expensive car. That's the truth, guys. In my experience, the rich people that are obsessed with getting cars are the ones that don't have that much money. They're rich, but they're not that rich. They're wealthy. Having a nice car, having a mini mansion, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you're a billionaire. Andrew Tate probably has maximum, maybe because of crypto, maybe $500 million because of crypto. And that's just because he got lucky investing in crypto at the right time. He says, if I was a creator, I wouldn't pay taxes, Lamau. Daffy, that might work in Germany. I don't know. But in America, if you don't pay your taxes, they're coming for your shit, bro. Look at our boy, what's this guy's name? Something in the, what's his name, bro? The Hellcat guy? Dewey in a Hellcat? Huey in a Hellcat? What was his name? Royalty knows who the fuck I'm talking about, I bet. If you don't pay taxes, your whole fucking shit's gonna collapse in America, bro. They will come for you. They will hunt you down like a Omni. Yeah, Omni in a Hellcat. Yeah, look at Omni in a Hellcat. Omni in a Hellcat was doing all kinds of crazy shit, bro. Pirating, this and that. But I promise you, if he had been paying his taxes, then they probably would not have caught him on the pirating shit. But once you start fucking around with not paying your taxes, that's when your whole shit fucking gets under investigation because the government's gonna get theirs, bro. If you think that you're gonna be making millions of dollars, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're not gonna pay your taxes in America, living in America, you got another fucking thing coming to you, bro. And they don't give a fuck who you are. Look at Wesley Snipes. He says, dumb MF classic. Look at fucking Wesley Snipes, bro. They didn't give a fuck that he was famous. They didn't give a fuck that he was a celebrity. They didn't give a fuck that he was willing to pay back what he owed. They're like, okay, we're gonna make an example out of you. He says, same over here. I still wouldn't pay taxes, though. Germany not getting a dime from my money. Bro, I mean, shit. I don't know how strict Germany is with the taxes shit, Daffy, but in America, they don't play around with that shit, man. They don't play around with that shit. The problem is that a lot of people don't have financial education in this country. So when they're poor, they don't pay their taxes and they think that, oh, okay, that's how life is. But then when they get some money, they think they can continue in that same lifestyle of not paying their taxes and doing whatever the fuck they want. And then they get clapped up by the law and they want to cry about it. My thing is that in America, if you don't want to pay your taxes, then move to a state where there's not a lot of taxes. Florida is the perfect example. You think I would be able to afford a supercar in another state, California or New York? No, impossible. The only reason I can afford a supercar in Florida is because there's no fucking property tax. If I was in a fucking state like California, they would have bent me over and taken me for everything. They'd have you paying $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a year for your car. He says Scott's 100K on diner with DDG. DDG is full of cap, bro. DDG is not as rich as he's trying to play it off. And you know, the thing is that this is a fucking flex. I can't really hate on the grind. I really can't hate on the grind because they're doing the same thing the OnlyFans girls are doing. You think those OnlyFans girls are really making as much money as they claim they're making? Do you think that Camila Araujo or fucking Sophie Rain are really making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars? They're making maybe 1 or 2 million, but they're not making $50 million a year. They're not making $30 million a year. That's cap. You know, Sophie Rain already got caught red-handed faking the amount of money that she was making, right? She got smart. She thought she was big brain with it. She must have hired somebody like me to build her a little app that had a fake OnlyFans website mock-up. And then she's showing, oh, look how much I made on OnlyFans. But then this fucking Jelly Beans, y'all gooner, you guys are gooners. You guys know who Jelly Beans is. Jelly Beans exposed her. Jelly Beans was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? That's a fake OnlyFans app. She said, look at this shit. She's like, this is the real OnlyFans. And she showed, like, when you reload the screen, what it looks like. And she's like, this is the fucking video that Sophie Rain posted. This shit is not real. She's capping. And then I took a good look at it and I was like, you know what? Bet. She is capping. This bitch made a whole fake website that looks like OnlyFans just to mock how much money she was making. And the same thing these guys were doing. The DDGs, the Deshae Frosts, Deshae Frost already got caught too. You remember the scandal? XQC pointed it out, and he tried to say that XQC was picking on him because he was black. Homie said, oh, I made $300,000 a month. Here, look at the screenshot. And XQC pulled out the magnifying glass. Mr. fucking Sherlock Holmes over here. He said, okay, let me take a good look at that. The fucking investigator of Twitch. The Sherlock Holmes of fucking Twitch, XQC. He's like, actually, the fonts don't match up. Called his ass out, bro. And then you got Deshae Frost crying about it. Oh, bro, racism this, racism that. It's like, my nigga, like, bro, we get it. You're trying to fake flex. Just like rappers, bro. You know, this is not something new, chat. Let me put you on some game. When you have a little bit of, if this was a thicker chain, a diamond chain, a tennis chain, and I had a fucking Daytona solid gold Rolex, I mean, this one kind of does the job, though. This is good enough. I need to get a better chain. But my point is that if I had a bunch of fucking drip on, that shit raises your aura instantly. It raises your aura instantly. And that's why rappers have fake chains. If you got a bunch of fucking fake chains, your shit is shining like the fucking sun, then you're gonna get people looking at you like, yo, this nigga's built different. It's all a facade, bro. They're faking it till they make it. They're faking it till they make it. The thing about me is I'm a real nigga. That's what you guys don't understand. Y'all be watching me here on the stream thinking like, oh, Scott's just a brokey. Like, no, I'm a real nigga. I'm not gonna fake it, bro. I told Bailey, I told everybody from the longest, I said, yo, I'm not gonna buy a Rolex until I can afford a real one. You can ask my girl. For months and months, niggas were telling me like, yo, you gotta buy, all the car niggas like, yo, bro, you gotta buy a Rolex, bro. Where's your watch, man? You don't got a watch? Nigga, you don't got a watch? And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, I really don't like watches like that. And second of all, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not a fake, bro. When I see somebody who's faking it, it pisses me off. It pisses me the fuck off because it's like, you didn't earn your stripes. You wanna go around the jungle like you're a fucking tiger, you with fake stripes, nigga. You're a house cat, bitch. Talking about, oh, I'm a tiger. You ain't no goddamn tiger with your fake ass stripes. You'd be surprised how many people go to car shows with the rented Lamborghini, the fucking fake Rolex, fake fucking cubic zirconian fucking chains, fucking fake designer, trying to pretend to be fucking him. You're not him though, my nigga. I literally knew a guy, bro. Yo, there was this guy, man. I'm gonna call this nigga out because he did me dirty too. This nigga Danny, bro. This fucking guy, he had a conference. He had a whole fucking fake scammer conference, chat. This nigga had a whole fake scammer conference. And I asked him, bro. I said, yo, bro. Because he asked me, yo, can you be a speaker at my conference? I showed you guys the video before where I was the speaker at his fucking conference. I asked him, I said, yo, Danny, bro. And you know, the thing is, let me start from the beginning. My boy Anthony, right? The nigga who had the red McLaren, the same kind of car that I had, the same McLaren 570S, a red one. He would tell me like, bro, why do you talk to Danny, bro? That guy's a scumbag, Scott. Don't talk to that nigga. That nigga's a fraud. He said, yo, that nigga is a fraud, Scott. Don't talk to him. And I was like, you know, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, yo, okay, I'm going to talk to this nigga because, I mean, he was a chill dude. He was friendly, right? Nigga was friendly. And he said, yo, Scott, can you do me a favor, bro? You're an inspiration to the youth. He said, Scott, my nigga, you're an inspiration to the youth. This nigga, big fat Puerto Rican nigga, right? Big fat Puerto Rican nigga. Yo, Scott, you're looking like fucking, what's his name? Biggie Smalls type shit. He said, Scott, you're an inspiration to the youth, my nigga. Can you speak at my conference? I'm having a conference about credit recovery. I think you could really give some insight. Because I know that you told me that you had bad credit in the past and you fixed it yourself. So it would really be nice if you talked at my conference. And I said, bro, I'll talk at your conference with one fucking condition, my nigga. One condition, bro. Don't let me down on this one. That you're not going to fucking sell a course. And he said, bro. He said, man, I'm not going to sell nothing, bro. Trust me, dude. I just want to give back to the community. This nigga wrote me in with the fucking, I want to give back to the community bullshit. He said, I just want to give back to the community, Scott. So I said, bet. I'm all about giving back to the goddamn community. And I went and I fucking talked at this nigga's conference, bro. Come to find out, a month later, this nigga was selling a course. Credit recovery course. I can get your credit recovered for an easy $1,000, yada, yada, yada. And then he tried to use me as, oh, I helped this nigga. Like, nigga, you didn't help me. The fuck are you talking about, bro? This nigga, I'm pulling, you know what? I'm doxing niggas today, chat. I don't give a fuck. Let's see if we still got this guy on Instagram. I don't even remember if I unfollowed him. Let's see if I can still pull him up here. If I can show you guys the fucking profile. Because even his profile was fake as fuck. Danny. Here it is. Did he put his shit in private already? Danny Rodriguez. He was a Puerto Rican nigga. So this nigga, this is one of the conferences. This nigga, I'm going to show you guys something here really quick. Does he still have it up? Let's see if he has it up. Okay, so first of all, this nigga's flexing broke boy supercars. This is a fucking R8 V8. This shit costs like $50,000, maybe $60,000. This nigga had all the fake cars in the world, bro. I caught this nigga down the street from where I live, right? He was driving around the block in the Lambo. Nigga was driving around the block in the Lambo. And I'm thinking the Lambo is his. This whole time, this nigga had me fooled. That Lambo was not even his, bro. Nigga had this car right here. This nigga was driving around, bro. He was spinning the block, chat. Nigga was spinning the block with in a rented Lambo. Is that not crazy, bro? You gotta be out of your fucking mind to be faking it this hard, bro. Nigga was spinning the block in a rented Lambo, man. I saw him. I was like, yo, bro, hey, shit, you got the Lambo. I don't remember where my McLaren was. I think it was in the shop. And I messaged him. I was like, yo, bro, hey, fuck, congratulations, man. You got the Lambo? Damn, you got the fucking Lamborghini Huracan Evo? Bet, bro. And he's like, yeah, man, finally got it. Finally got it, Scott. I finally got it. Come to find out, it was a fucking rental, bro. That's why he only has one fucking picture with the car. Nigga was faking it all, bro. The only supercar this guy ever owned outright was this bum-ass Ferrari 360 Modena that was slow as fuck. This shit was like a turtle, bro. They might as well call this shit the Ninja Turtle. This shit was slow as fuck. Nigga said, yo, Scott, you want to race? And I was like, bet. And this was when I had my Porsche. And I destroyed this piece of shit car, bro. And then he had it lowered. This shit, who the fuck buys a Ferrari and makes it look like a fucking Honda Civic? He riced out a fucking Ferrari, bro. Who rices out a Ferrari, man, nigga? Who rices out a Ferrari, bro? Nigga slammed it. He put it on bags. He had fucking bullshit cheap ass rims on it. Like, who does that to a Ferrari? Then he fucking sold the Ferrari because it was a piece of shit. He bought this fucking R8, tried to play it off. I'm like, yo, let me check out the R8. I take a good look at it. I'm like, bro, this is a first generation V8 R8, bro. This shit costs $50,000, my nigga. What the fuck are you flexing? He says, bro, looks like an Indian scammer. Yo, this nigga was shady as fuck, chat. Shady as fuck. So, nigga had a bunch of watches, right? He'd be talking about, oh, his watch collection, yada, yada, yada. Come to find out, the watch collection was fake. The watch collection was fake. And that's when I told Bailey, yo, I'm not buying a watch unless it's real. He says, how did he get rich? He's not rich, Daffy. That's the whole point. He's faking it, bro. Nigga probably was making less money than me. I'm out here. You know, I'm honest. That's what you guys don't understand. You guys don't understand how Scott operates in the real world. I'm not pretending to be some fucking millionaire, guys. When I was hanging out with these millionaires or so-called millionaires, I wasn't pretending to be a millionaire. I would tell niggas straight up, I'm just a software engineer. I barely make 200K. Like, I'm not trying to pretend to be anything. And it's the same way how I feel about the internet. I'm not going to be a DDG pretending to fucking be bigger than I am. And maybe that's going to backfire for me, right? Because people love to be around fake people. I've said this to you guys a bunch of times. People love to be around fakes. When you're too real, people don't like being around real niggas. If I tell you, oh, bro, I'm struggling right now, or bro, I only make 200K, I can barely afford the lifestyle that I'm living, or yada, 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 that makes people cringe. They're like, oh, Scott's a brokey. Scott's a brokey. But I could lie. I could have lied. I could have came up in that bitch acting like I was God. Guys, I'm making millions of dollars. This is one of my cars, man. I don't want to show you guys the other cars that I have. I live in a mansion, guys. I don't want to show you the mansion. I could have gone out and bought fake watches. Buying a fake watch is easy, chat. Buying a fake chain is easy. Buying fake chains. This chain is heavy, bro. This is fucking solid gold, bro. I'm not wearing no fake ass chains. I'm not wearing no fake ass rollie. I'm not driving no fucking rental car. I'm not going to pretend like I live somewhere I don't. He says, you're not honest. You say you have a normal sized head. Oh my God, Daffy, stop the cap. He says, Scott, nah, Scott's a real nigga. Like, if I'm struggling, bro, I will tell you that I'm struggling. Not one time have I come on here and told you guys, yo, I'm a millionaire. Guys, do you know how many YouTubers there are that lie to the audience every single time they go on here? Whether it be live streaming or just videos, vlogs. There's a YouTuber I used to watch all the time, Josh Laurent. And that nigga be pretending like he's rich, bro. He be really fucking trying to pretend like he's rich. This kid right here. Josh Laurent. He used to date Sam Frank. This kid right here, Josh Laurent. He has 338,000 subscribers. This nigga is broke. This is a brokey, bro. This kid is broke. This kid is broke, but he be pretending, man. He be pretending. You know, imagine you're broke and you spend your last few dollars on a fucking tennis chain. You spend your last few dollars on a fucking Chrome Hearts necklace. You spend your last few dollars on a Lamborghini that you end up getting repossessed. You make tons of videos. Look how many videos he has of, I spent 8 hours in Chicago. This happened. Lamborghini invited me out to Miami. Saying goodbye to my McLaren 720S. All of these cars, not even his. He has like 10, 15 videos where he says, I bought a McLaren 720S in Miami. If I scroll down, you'll see there's many other videos with titles just like that. This nigga is just faking it, bro. And people love that shit. People, yo, Dragonite, thank you for joining. People love the broke flexer, bro. I sold my Lamborghini after 2 years. This Lamborghini got repossessed. That's what I heard. The word on the street was that it got repossessed. This nigga, bro, he just be making shit up. He just be making shit up. And people love it. I could have faked it. You think I can't fake it, chat? Do you guys think I can't fake it, bro? Selling my Lamborghini. He has many videos saying, I bought this car, I bought that car, I bought this car, I bought that car, and he never buys the car. They questioned me about my McLaren accident. He had a McLaren like mine, he crashed it too. So I feel like people just don't appreciate authenticity anymore, man, because I'm out here telling you guys how it is, bro. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not pretending to be anything. You know, a moment ago, Royalty jumped in here and he said I was hating on DDG and on these guys because I don't got it like that. But it's like, bro, they don't got it like that either. Yo, On the Rise, thank you for joining the stream. They don't got it like that either. They're all pretending, bro. They're all pretending. They're all fakes. They're all frauds, man. Broke flexer. Can you imagine, guys? Would you not lose respect for me if I was a broke flexer? Imagine if I was faking it, chat. Imagine, okay, I got, you know, okay. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. I got laid off from my job, right? That's a true statement, right, chat? Do you know how many content creators would not ever tell you they got laid off from their job? The fake flexers. You think a fake flexer is going to tell you, oh, bro, man, bro, I got to lock in. I'm going to have to live in poverty spec for a little while until I get another job because I got laid off. DDG ain't telling you that shit if he had a job. Kai Cenat ain't telling you that shit if he had a job. Most content creators are going to fake it, bro. They're not going to tell you shit. They're going to keep pretending like they got it like that. They're going to keep faking it. It boggles my fucking mind. I shit you not. It boggles my fucking mind how a person like me who's trying to be authentic, transparent, telling you guys the ins and out of my life and my finances. That guy, people want to shit on him. But the fake motherfucker who has the fake diamond chain, necklace, the fake rollie, the rented fucking Lamborghini, the fucking rented ass mansion that he lives with 10 other people in. That nigga, people want to suck him off. Make that make sense, chat. Kanai says, welcome to the industry. It's been happening for ages. Either do it or stop complaining. Kanai, you know, I'm not complaining, but it pisses me off. You know what pisses me off? I'm going to tell you what pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off that the people are playing the game. That's the game, right? Let's establish that as a fact. That's the game. The game is faking it. What pisses me off is that the fucking viewers are stupid as fuck, bro. The viewers be eating that shit up like it's a fucking delicious meal. They be slobbing on this nigga's knob. Like it's a fucking, like they take that shit as gospel. I don't know if they're fucking just stupid or what. He says, if you became a millionaire viral streamer overnight, you would have the same thinking. Being at the bottom for so long with no hopes to progress with zero experience at the top is a major L. I don't know what HD is on, bro. I'm going to tell you right now, HD, if I... What the fuck are we talking about here, chat? The fuck are we talking? I'm not going to really let a nigga in his mother's basement tell me how to fucking think. I almost said when I become a top streamer, when I become a millionaire, I'm not fucking changing at all, dude. I don't understand how the fuck you can watch me for more than a year and still think I'm going to switch it up on you. I'm always going to be myself, bro. I don't give a fuck. If I was going to switch it up, I would have already switched it up by now. I would have already switched it up. You think I can't get more people in here if I was fake? He says, this is why I like 50 Cent. He says, you're not entitled to anything. You were the side character in a car group. You know, it's funny, Kanai, that, you know, I might have been the side character, bro. But in my mind, when I was there, I thought I was the main character. That shit kind of got me my feelings a little bit. I'm not even going to lie. I thought I was the main character, bro. He says, you'll never win against the internet. I thought I was the main character. Because, yo, niggas were hitting me up. Everybody was like, yo, I had niggas coming up to me. Yo, I had the Fousey treatment, guys. Niggas would come up to me. Yo, can I get a photo? Are you Scott Leonard? You'd be surprised, chat. You'd be surprised how far niche celebrity can get you. Even if it's in a small group of people, that shit can fuck up your brain. So tonight's stream's title is Black Streamers Are Delusional. I think that's what the title was. What was the title? Let's see. Black streamers are becoming delusional. Yes. But the truth is, it's easy to become delusional. It's easy to become delusional because, Kanai, look, I have 8 people in this stream right now, right? But imagine if every single time I went out to a car event, 8, 9, 10, 15 people came up to me. Oh, bro, I watch your videos. Hey, dude, hey, can I get a quick photo? Yo, I watch your videos. Hey, nice car, bro. After a while, you do start to drink the Kool-Aid. So maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on DDG and on Deshae Frost and on these Jay Cinco and all these guys that are saying that they're bigger than celebrities and make more money than the NFL and all this nonsense, all this stupidity, the ignorance that he was fucking saying. By the way, guys, if you're joining the stream, that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about the comments that DDG made the day before yesterday. I can see how you can get deluded because when you have people coming up to you in real life, that shit hits different. Even if it's only 5 people. You know, you guys, I don't know who was in here when I went to Miami, when I did the live stream at Miami, but when I did the live stream in Miami, you guys saw I had 2, 3, 4 people come up to me that watched my videos. And that shit hit different. 4 people. It took 4 people for me to be like, yo, bro, my YouTube shit is popping off. So imagine when you have more than 4, imagine when you have 100 people, 1,000 people coming up to you. He says, it definitely takes delusion to become successful. It's just too much at times. He says 5 is a lot IRL. I mean, I felt like shit. I went to Miami. I don't even live in Miami. I live 3 hours away from Miami. I had 4 people come up to me that I've never met in my entire life talking about, yo, I watch your videos. That shit made me feel important. I'm not going to lie. I'd be lying to you guys if I said it didn't. He says, imagine if 5 people came up to you and said you're a femboy. Oh, bro, that would be disastrous, Daffy. The truth is, though, most of the time, the haters don't really appear in real life. Let's keep it a buck. Even the truth is that in real life, even the haters become fanboys. Let's keep it a buck, bro. If HD saw me in real life, he would not fucking, I would dare you to be a hater in real life. You're not going to be a hater in real life. Nobody's a hater in real life. For you to be a hater in real life, you got to really be either a nigga that really stands on business or just mentally fucking ill. Because even the haters be glazing when they meet you in real life. You know, there was a year where I went to the Rolex 24 race. And somebody who had watched my videos came up to me and he was really excited. And I was just like, damn, like this is crazy, bro. Like this nigga came up to me like, yo, like I was a celebrity. Oh my God, you're Scott Leonard. You're Scott Leonard. Oh my God. And I'm like, damn, bro, shit, chill, my nigga. I'm a YouTuber that had less than 2,000 subscribers and you're freaking out. So imagine when you have hundreds of thousands of people coming up to you. No, John, on everything that's sacred, bro, on my life, on everything that's sacred, that shit happened, bro. Because what you guys don't understand is that, and I go back to what I was saying a few days ago. Having a niche really is important. I'm fucking up right now by not having a niche. Because when you have a niche, when you actually have a niche, you can become famous in your niche. He says, you're not famous, stop. You can be known in your niche. But when you don't have a niche like what I'm doing right now, nobody knows who, like, I'm in a giant pool. I need to narrow this down to a tiny, tiny group. Like when I was doing the supercar shit, how many niggas have a supercar, bro? How many YouTubers have supercars? He says car niche is overplayed though. But it depends on what niche inside of that niche, John, because the niche of supercars, there's not that many owners of supercars who are also YouTubers, other than a handful. That's the whole reason of me even getting the supercar. He says, this shit is way too overstimulating. Plus, people don't understand social cues and privacy. He says, anyways, he says, didn't he say having a niche is not important? He deadass said that last week. Royalty, but you're misinterpreting what I said, bro. I said that for what I'm doing right now as a streamer, I know that it's important, but at the same time, I want my niche to be myself. So I'm willing to take the sacrifice, at least for a little while, of not having hundreds of thousands of people watch me if it means that I can be my authentic self and grow an audience based off of that. He says, shut the fuck up, Scott. You always contradicting yourself. Royalty, you know what pisses me off about human beings, bro? What pisses me off about human beings is that they want a clean-cut black and white answer. There is no black and white answer, Royalty. And I don't know if Royalty's just trolling or if he's genuinely the kind of person who thinks that the world is just black and white. Yes, no. True, false. That's not how the world works, bro. It's like when I came on here a few days ago and I said that Epstein was a smart dude, and that even though he was a pedophile and a fucking Israeli Mossad spy, some of the stuff that he was saying in the interview that he did with Steve Bannon was hitting. And it gave me new insight and nuance into the mindset of this person, even though they were a degenerate. And some people will hear me say something like that and be like, oh my God, I can't believe Scott is promoting a pedophile. But it's like, I'm not promoting him. I'm just saying that the two things can be true at the same time. You can be a disgusting, degenerate piece of shit human being, and you can also be smart as fuck. You can be R. Kelly. You can be a good musician and be a fucking pervert. You can be Diddy. You can be a good businessman and be a fucking degenerate. You could be Hitler. You could be a guy who was able to organize a country, organize a fucking industry, bring economic stability to Germany, but you can also be a fucking evil, murderous, fucking super nationalist, fucking racist piece of shit. That's not called flip-flopping. That's called having an open perspective and taking in all the data points. You know, you can put me in the same boat as Sneeko, Royalty. You can put me in the same boat as Sneeko. You can put me in the same boat. You know, people call Sneeko a flip-flopper, but the truth is that Sneeko's doing the exact same thing that I do. He's taking in all the data points, and based off of the data that he has at hand, he makes a decision. And if he gets new data, he's not afraid to change his opinion. I'm not a guy, you know, I feel like just because I talk confidently, people think that I'm arrogant, but I'm not. I'm not the kind of guy who's going to buckle down, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Just like how when I was doing the restreaming, I told you guys that I thought it was going to work a certain way. And then when it was wrong, I said, you know what? I was wrong. You know, a lot of people are afraid to admit when they're wrong. That's what the problem is, bro. Like, and that's where real humility comes in. Forget about this whole, oh, wealth, materialism, this guy's flexing, yada, yada, yada. He's not humble. That kind of humility doesn't matter. If you want to be a greedy motherfucker who shows off, that doesn't matter. The real humility that you need to have is humility of the ego, of the personality, of the mindset, of the intellect. You know, and that's what I definitely have. I have humility of the intellect. If I have a theory, if I have a hypothesis about something about in life and I'm proven wrong, I see evidence to the contrary, I'm not afraid to change my opinion. I'm not afraid to say, you know what, guys, I was wrong. I thought that this was this way and it was the other way. Case in point, I'll give you a good example. Venezuela. I told Kanai that I didn't think that America was going to be able to get the oil out of Venezuela. And to a certain degree, I'm going to say I still don't think they're going to be able to get all of the oil out of Venezuela. But from what I'm seeing so far, they have been successfully able to get some of the oil, especially the oil that was under embargo. And I got to eat my words and say, you know what? I was partially wrong. We'll see how the whole thing plays out in the end. But for now, I have to say I was partially wrong. I'm not afraid to go back and say, yo, I misspoke. I miscalculated. I'm not a fucking super genius. I don't have all the fucking answers. I'm another fucking monkey like you guys. This is the problem with people, man. The problem, and royalty, no offense to you, but this is the reason why I feel like you fall into line behind other content creators like the Kai Cenats or the AMPs, and you believe the narrative that they put out there. Or at least you portray to us that you believe the narrative that they put out there. Because you're looking for an easy answer. You're looking for some person who has the answers, the truth. You're looking for a clear-cut leader. There is no such thing, brother. There is no such thing. There are no fucking answers. I hate to break it to you. You're not going to find the answers. There's no human being on this fucking planet that has all the answers. And it's right all the time. And it's a good leader. And it has all the qualities that you seek, all the virtues that you've been promised. That's not how the real world works. It's just not. Some people are able to finesse it. They can fake it. But that's not how the real world works. In the real world, nobody knows what's going on, bro. When I hear some person, for example, religious people, and they start talking about the afterlife and condemnation and all, I'm like, yo, who the fuck are you to tell me that you know what's going to happen after you die? Were you there? Did you see it? HD says true confidence generally comes from some level of accolade or achievement. You can't be a struggling streamer saying, quote, last week I could be the next Fuzi. Why not? What are you talking about, HD? You guys, this is why you're not going to be anybody in this world. I hate to say it, bro, and I'm trying to not be an asshole tonight, but you guys are going to make the real asshole Scott Leonard come out. This is why you're not going to be anybody in this lifetime, bro. This is why you were born, you went through school, you were a mediocre student. Then you went to college, probably you're a mediocre college student. Then you became an adult, you're a mediocre adult, working a mediocre life with a mediocre wife, with no fucking accolades and no type of success or achievements whatsoever under your belt. This is the reason why you don't make the move. You don't try to create anything. You don't try to do anything other than consume. You're consuming. You're a consumer, brother. You're consuming my stream right now. I got the fucking big, long, thick hose out, and it's down your throat right now. You're guzzling on that shit. You're guzzling on my Mandingo hose right now, bro. You're saying, Scott, give me some more of that good, sweet content. Come on, bro. You're a guzzler, brother. I'm a producer. You're a guzzler. This is the reason why you're not going to make it in this fucking world. Pause.
Got him!
This is the reason why you're not going to make it in this world. You're not going to make it in this world because you don't produce anything. You're worthless. You do nothing. You don't have any type of accomplishment in your life. And whether it be financial, whether it be emotional, whether it be in any area of life, you haven't done absolutely anything. Nothing at all. Nothing to show to another human being and say, I did this. This is who I am. Nobody will remember you. Not even your descendants. Nobody will know who you are. And the reason why is because instead of you doing something, you're criticizing another nigga who's trying to do something. You said, oh, Scott says that he's going to be the next Fousey. Do you know that there are people who blow up overnight? There are so many people on the internet who have 0 followers today, and in a week, they'll have 100,000 new subscribers because of something they did or something they said. He says, ambition is good, but you strive to be the Kai of the world whilst building a foundation on criticizing them. Bitter boy. I'm not bitter. I'm just pointing out the true reality of the situation the way I see it. Look at Burnt Peanut. Look at him. Do you think that, first of all, do you think that a guy like Burnt Peanut just started streaming today or tomorrow? Or yesterday, the day before yesterday, this year, he was probably streaming for a while and just not getting enough views. And at some point, something happened and he skyrocketed in viewerships and subscribers. That can happen to anybody. When I see a content creator with 200,000 subscribers or 300,000 subscribers or 400,000 subscribers trying to shit on other people that have no subscribers, I laugh because I've literally seen content creators go from having 0 subscribers to having a 200,000 in a month. Literally. Kiara Lawton. When I was in Miami and I had met Kiara Lawton that one time at a car show, she had 1,000 subscribers. Now she has 150,000 subscribers. She did that in 4 months. So for you to come and say, oh, Scott, you're delusional, bro. You're never going to be the next whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. There are plenty of people who have no audience right now and they go make some content for a few months and something happens and they blow up. But if I give up because I listen to you, if I give up because some person who has not accomplished anything in their entire life told me to give up, some person who doesn't even have this, will never even have descendants, will never even get to the point where they reproduce, the eternal virgin. If I listen to the eternal virgin at 40, telling me that give up, Scott, you're not going to make it, then I'm not going to make it. I deserve to fail. If I listen to the eternal virgin, I deserve to fail. I've earned it. I've earned the failure. He says, you literally said to content Speed was streaming to no viewers for ages before he went viral. You're not him. I would say be you, but being you has got you here. You know what's funny? He says, me personally, I wouldn't allow that disrespect. He's sucking on the hose, bro. Let him suck on the hose, man. Guys, please chat. Let him suck on the hose. Let him suck on the hose. He's going to be choking on that hose soon. Let him suck on the hose, chat. Listen, I guarantee you and I promise you that I show Speed, that Kai Cenat, that Mr. Beast had people in their streams, on their videos, in their comment sections telling them, give up. You're not going to make it. I know for a fact that I Show Speed had trolls telling him, you're not going to make it, buddy. This ain't for you. Give up. To the point that Mr. Beast was a fan of Sneeko. Sneeko was a bigger content creator than Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was in Sneeko's comment section. And now look at him. We don't know what the future holds. Do you think I'm going to give up because you told me to give up? Seriously. No, I'm serious, chat. Let's let him talk. What is the outcome that you're aiming for? That somehow I'm going to be like, you know what? This random guy who has an anonymous username and a picture of a tiger as a profile picture told me that I should give up. You know what? Let me do that. He's right. This guy that nobody knows, I promise you, not even more than 200 people don't know who he is. Can you imagine that, bro? Can you imagine, yo, if I was him, I'd have to respawn. I'd have to go back to the source, chat. If I was him, I'd have to clock out of the Matrix, bro. It's done. I'm over. Can you imagine being a nigga who only 100 people know? You lived your whole life and only 100 people knew who you were. Nobody remembers you. To the point where nobody even trolled you. You weren't even worth trolling. You were less than an ant, less than a cockroach. Scurrying here and scurrying there. Fighting for crumbs. Attempting to reproduce it and fail. Oh, this girl liked my photo. Let me message her in the DMs. Hi, I saw you liked some of my photos. Do you want to go on a date? Sign up to my OnlyFans for $3.99. That guy. Do you think I'm going to listen to that guy? Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. Let's get real here, chat. You know, people get mad because I say that I'm a god, but what I really mean when I say I'm a god is I'm a god compared to you. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I'm the God who created the universe. I'm not saying I'm the God that created human beings. I'm not saying I'm the God that does miracles. I'm saying that compared to you, I'm a God. That's what I'm trying to say. People misinterpreted what I was trying to say with that. I was trying to say that compared to you, on a scale from 1 to 10, even if I was a 1, you're a 0.111111. A nobody. You can't even be measured in the scale. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody will ever know who you are. You will never reproduce. You will never have any type of fame or acolytes or anybody who even bothers to troll you because you're not worth trolling at all. You're nothing. You're not even a human being. You're less than scum. There's primordial soup that has more intelligence than you right now. Literally. You're worth less than jizz. So why would I take the opinion of a nobody at heart? Seriously, the lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. Why would I do it? Come on, dude. These niggas really think they're gonna get under my skin. I'm the most real nigga on this fucking platform right now, chat. And that's why I know that I'm gonna succeed. I know that I'm gonna be the next big content creator because I'm the realest nigga in this bitch. He says, boy, I can smack the shit out of you. Wait, look at this guy. Now we got the DDG dick riders in here. Did somebody put out the fucking bat signal? He says, boy, I can smack the shit out of you for talking down on DDG. Oh, he in here defending his man's, chat. Yo, chat. This nigga's in here defending his mans. Little Busini. Little Busini. This nigga's trying to look for the bussy. That's what he should have called himself Little Bussy. Little boy pussy. Not the little boy pussy. Nigga came here defending his mans, bro. Can you imagine defending your mans? He says, you're more like a weasel. He says, went from protecting the sheep to attacking the sheep. Yo, I'm about to butcher some fucking sheep in a second, Daffy. Can you imagine you came from across the internet, bro? You saw the bat signal. You came from across the internet to defend your mans. That's crazy. He says, DDG will always be bigger than you. Bro, what? You measured him, bro? You took the whole, yo, you took in DDG, my nigga? Yo, DDG had this nigga in all kinds of compromising fucking positions. He said, DDG's bigger than you. DDG's bigger than you, daddy. The fuck are you on, little Busini, little boy, little bussy, little bussy? What the fuck is little bussy on, bro? He says, you out here with 5K, you lame boy. Little bussy, what are you talking about, bro? Clout chasing bum. Little bussy in here defending his mans, bro. That's crazy. That's insane, dude. Tonight I'm feeling extra manic, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Tonight I feel like grabbing a nigga and ripping him to shreds. Little fucking bussy. Who the fuck let little bussy in here, bro? Come get your mans. DDG, come get your mans, bro. He talking crazy on your name. This motherfucker came from across the internet, bro. Like it was a pilgrimage, chat. This nigga thought it was fucking Ramadan. He said, I've crossed deserts and oceans just to suck this peen. Get the fuck out of here, bro. DDG dick riders, man. Niggas really be coming to fucking slide. They be sliding for DDG. Can you imagine sliding for DDG, bro? That's some real gay shit. You down bad for real, my boy. You down, yo, little pussy's down bad, bro. He said, yo, I'm sliding for DDG. Yo, bro, this nigga's reminding me of one of those fucking, you know, the fish, the shit sucking fish that you buy for your fish tank, the bottom feeders. This nigga's a fucking bottom feeder of the internet, bro. He's out here looking for shit to swallow. A shit eater. He says, you being watched by 12 people. And how much are you being watched by, little bussy? Little bussy, how many people are watching you, bro? Jesus, man. And I'm not talking about the niggas who watched you on OnlyFans getting piped down by DDG, bro. That shit don't count. That shit don't your private sex tape with DDG, that shit don't count, my nigga. How many niggas are watching you right now, little bussy? He says, yo, Royalty, this nigga came from across the internet, bro. He saw the title DDG and he said, I need to slide for my mans. I'm going demon time. The fuck are you on, bro? DDG is one of the biggest frauds on the internet, man. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, I respect the hustle. I get it. Niggas need to fake it to make it sometimes. But niggas really be eating this shit up, bro. Talking about, streamers are more influential and famous than celebrities. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. There's not one streamer who's an A-tier celebrity. And I'm not even trying to dick ride celebrities like that. I don't even fuck with celebrities, bro. I don't even know the names of fucking celebrities. But for you to think that you're on the level of a fucking celebrity, you're crazy. Talking about, streamers make more than 95% of the niggas in NFL. Are you stupid? He says Speed. Speed is not a fucking A-tier celebrity. Speed is like a C-tier celebrity at best, bro. He's famous in his niche. That's what you guys don't understand. He's famous in his demographic. He says they're definitely more influential. I don't think so, Kanai. I don't think so. At first, I used to, but when you step out of the niche, you got to remember that the normies. A celebrity is famous in all categories, bro. They're famous from ages 60, 70, 50, 40, 30, 20, 15. They're famous in every single fucking niche. The only thing, you know what the difference is? And I said this earlier in the stream when we didn't have that many people. The difference is that a lot of the celebrities don't have the logistics to have people meet up in one spot. And you correct me if I'm wrong, Kunai. Correct me if I'm wrong, Royalty. The streamers, the content creators, they have a funnel to be able to disseminate their message on the internet seamlessly directly to their audience. Whereas a celebrity has no type of communication with the audience directly. So if DDG said if Vin Diesel and him both dropped a location for a meet and greet, he would have more people than Vin Diesel. And the truth is, he would have more people than Vin Diesel if he announced it today and the meet was this weekend. Then maybe. But if Vin Diesel grabbed the entire fucking industry power that he has and he promoted it, and it was promoted on all the news channels, it was promoted in all of the, if they used the full force of the sales funnel that they have for Hollywood, Vin Diesel would knock DDG out of the fucking water. What are we talking about? Why are we so fucking delusional, chat? Are you guys stupid? Do we live on the same fucking planet? If Vin Diesel had the funnel, if he had the infrastructure to get his message out to his audience, to every single person who knew who he was, he would have millions more people than DDG. More people than DDG, more people than Kai Cenat, more people than IShowSpeed. The reason those people, IShowSpeed, DDG, and Kai Cenat, and the other streamers were able to get people to a spot is because they have a direct avenue of communication with their audience. That's the only difference. And for DDG to say, oh, and by the way, streamers now make more than the NFL. No, dude. Maybe 3 or 4 streamers. Maybe 3 or 4 streamers. The majority of streamers ain't doing shit. They don't got shit. First of all, I heard somebody was reacting to this today, and they said, oh, the top 1%. It's not the top 1%. It's the top 0.001% of streamers that make more money than NFL players. Because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm in the top 5% of content creators. And I only have 5,000. First of all, if you have more than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you're in the top 10%. If you have more than 5,000, you're already in the top 5%. Most people who open a channel never even get more than 500 people to subscribe. The celebrities that are, the content creators that are lit, they're in the 0.00001% of content creators. They're not in the 1%. They're in the 0.0001%. And they're not even rich like that. DDG probably makes $1 million a year after taxes. He's trying to act like he's a fucking NFL player. Is he stupid? First of all, oh my God, it was like overwhelming stupidity. First of all, you got to think the athletes that you see on TV with contracts, oh, this guy's making 50 million. This guy's making 20 million. This guy's making 30 million. You do realize that on top of the millions that they make even more millions. If I'm an athlete and I have a contract for 50 million, I make the 50 million from the NFL. And then I have merch sales. I have brand deals. I had all kinds of other shit. All kinds of other shit. Kanai, am I wrong? Kanai's in this industry. He knows how this shit works. DDG's trying to compare his little whatever revenue he's gaining to the fucking contract that NFL players have, but NFL players have all kinds of fucking brand deals, bro. They're not just getting the 50 million. They're getting 50 million, and then they're getting another 50 million on the back end. And not to mention, a celebrity, a real celebrity is getting all kinds of shit free. All kinds of shit for free. DDG, let's say DDG makes 5 million. He's making 5 million, but when he goes to a restaurant, he's not eating for free. When he goes to an Airbnb, he's not getting the Airbnb for free. When he goes to another city and he needs to rent a car, he's not getting the car rental for free. He's not getting his clothing for free. He's not. Celebrities, real celebrities, bro, they're not buying anything. Guys, open your fucking brains, bro. Use the 2 brain cells that you use to watch fucking porn every night. Use that shit to comprehend how the world works. Real celebrities, real fucking famous people, they live in a world where money doesn't even matter. They're getting everything for free. And people know who they are. Everybody knows who they are. It's not a fucking niche. It's not a certain demographic. It's not a fucking genre. Everybody knows who they are. They're actually famous. He says, Scott, you're making me sleepy. Why are you screaming, gang? How can I be making you sleepy? Because I'm focused. I'm locked in and... Oh my God, Bailey's trying to show me her butthole or something. I'm locked in. Tonight I'm having a locked in stream. I'm literally locked in right now. I know, I'm a ranting, screaming. She said I'm ranting and screaming. This is the con chant. He said this is non-tent. He said my cortisol is going. Hey, you guys are rising my fucking cortisol. He says this guy hasn't lost his marbles. He's throwing them at this point. He says, notice how he only talks about men. He says, bro has a beautiful girlfriend and he gets mad when she comes around. I'm not mad when she comes around. It's just there's an appropriate, I'm locked in. He says, you screaming so much, I had to turn down the volume. Can you give me a cup of water, baby? My throat is hurting me. It's this giant hose. Oh, my love, please give me a cup of water. Oh, now she's ignoring me, chat. Now she's ignoring me. He says, Scott, name 10 female celebrities or you're gay. I mean, shit. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to indulge you with that one, Daffy. He says, he's mixing speed in with DDG. There are levels to this. He says, she's showing you her butthole and you're ignoring her. Royalty. Some of us aren't chronic gooners, bro. That gooner bone, I've got rid of it, man. I'm on a new level, chat. I've reached a new level of enlightenment. I've reached a new level of enlightenment, chat. I'm no longer a gooner. Yo, Bailey's always trying to bring my aura down. She said that I asked her this morning to, let me not say what she said. All I know is that, make sure that cup doesn't smell weird because the other one smelled weird. He says, she's showing her butthole. He says, I've reached a new level of, are you fucking serious? There you go. Can you please give me more water than this? Give me up to like where it's the beginning of the word dad. Thank you, my love. I very appreciate it. He says, she wanted to get cracked and you told her no. Semen retention, Royalty. I'm on my semen retention arc. He who can, whoa, don't spill water on my camera. Come around. And also I said the beginning of the word dad, not the top of the word dad. Come and get it. Hey, yo, Daffy, calm down, bro. He says throat goat Scott needs to drink to calm his throat. He says, hey, Scott, could you be the next Speed? Now, if you want the real answer, HD, now that I'm locked in again, if you want the real answer is I would like to be the real Speed, but I'm going to be realistic and say maybe I can't get to that level. Maybe the highest I can get is a Fuzi. Maybe the highest I can get is a Fuzi. But I'm not going to shoot myself down and say I can't get there because I don't know. You never know. I might have a clip go viral, or I might make a video about a topic that goes viral, and then all of a sudden I get a bunch of people watching my stream every night and I pop off. You don't know. But if you give up, if you give up, you'll never know. If I give up my dream of becoming a content creator, if I give up my dream of becoming a streamer, then I'll never know the answer of that question. It's like the McLaren shit, bro. Y'all think it was easy? Really? I'm not even trying to be a troll here. Do you guys think it was easy to get this? Do you think it was easy to obtain a McLaren? Do you think that doesn't take fucking mental fortitude? I don't think you guys understand how the world, some of y'all, not all of you, but some of you guys don't understand how the world works. Like, you guys think that shit is easy. He says, nigga, you had no car insurance. He says, you still waving that shit? I'm just saying, Royalty. The niggas be acting like, I don't know what they be like. They be acting like, oh man, I can't even, this stupid chair. Lock in, motherfucker. They be acting like everything that is hard in life is just going to be handed to them on a silver platter. Nobody said being a content creator was going to be easy, bro. Nobody said that I was going to come on here and have hundreds of thousands of people watching me. That's not promised. Like, are you dumb? And that's why I said, you know, when earlier today, when I was saying all this stuff to HD, I was, you know, I'm being mean to him on purpose, but I also mean some of the stuff I'm saying. You're not going to be anybody, bro. If you have that mindset of, oh, bro, that happened to them, it's not going to happen to me, then you're never going to be anybody. You're never going to be anybody because you're not believing in yourself. He says, you be supportable, but why do you diss everyone you want to be? I'm not, you know, I'm dissing them, but I'm dissing them because they said something stupid. I'm not going to glaze somebody. Like if DDG makes a stupid statement, I'm not going to glaze him and act like it wasn't stupid. He said something stupid. He said something ridiculous. He said something outlandish. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he was fucking saying something factual. I'm just not. And that goes for everybody who's faking it. The Deshae Frosts, the DDGs, the Kai Cenats, the fucking AMP guys, the fucking Clover House, the FaZe guys. That goes for all the content creators. It goes for all the rappers. It goes for all the people who are just trying to fake it. Yeah, well, Royalty, I didn't know what to call them, bro. What do I call them now? They have no identity now, bro. Did they even make a new group? It goes to all the OnlyFans girls. It goes to everybody on this fucking internet, bro. I am done. I am done believing what I see on the internet. I don't care how realistic it looks. I don't care how unplanned it seems. I'm done. From now on, I'm a skeptic. I don't believe anything that I see on the internet. I see somebody get arrested for something. I say, they probably planned it. Probably fake cops. They're probably actors. I see Clavicular hit somebody with their car. That's probably fake. He was probably an actor. Or it's real, but they planned it. You guys underestimate how badly some people want to go viral. That's the other thing. Y'all be underestimating the lengths other people will go to go viral. Getting arrested, if getting arrested will get you 10 million views, there's a handful of people who will do it. Fuck, for less than 10 million views, 10,000 views. Right now, there's some guy who would go and commit a crime on camera if he knows it's going to get him 10,000 views. Let alone 1 million views, let alone 10 million views. You underestimate the greed for clout. Kanai, it's a dirty, dirty world, bro. I don't trust anything anymore, man. I've lost it. Daffy, that's the other thing. Johnny Somali is the perfect case, bro. And you know what's crazy about Johnny Somali? That the commentary channels, this is the fault of the commentary channels. People think that Johnny Somali is some big content creator. People who watch the content reaction channels like the Yes Yasmins, the fucking It's Jankies, the Moris, the Tozis, the Jamaris, they think that the people, I'm talking about the people who watch them, think that Johnny Somali was some big fucking streamer. Johnny Somali could barely pull 100 viewers. Nobody knew who Johnny Somali was. When Johnny Somali was doing all that dumb shit, nobody knew who he was. I originally, when I saw Maury and I saw Abba and Preach and I saw Jamari and I saw all these people covering him, in my mind, I thought, oh shit, this must be some big fucking streamer doing some stupid shit. But then one day I went to the party website to see how many people were watching him, and it was like 50 people. And when he was on Kick, he had like 500. Even content creators like Nina Lynn and Zoe Plant. What's her name? Zoe Spencer. Fuck. Now I think her name's Zoe Plant. Zoe Spencer. And many of those content creators like that, they don't have hundreds of thousands of people watching their streams. They don't even have 1,000 people watching their streams. Zoe Plant the dick eater. Yo, Royalty, remind me never to get into a beef with Solo Illuminati, bro. I can make a whole video about DDG roasting him. I know DDG don't got comebacks like that. But if you get into a beef with fucking Solo Illuminati, you're done. It's all because that's one of those niggas that gets he gives people nicknames. The worst thing that can happen is getting a nickname. Oh, Frogan, Daffy, Frogan, bro. Don't get me started with Frogan. Frogan be getting like 50 people watching her stream. Casey Tron. There's many streamers like that. She had to, bro. The fall off is legendary. You can't get into a beef with certain people, bro. Certain people, they'll put a nickname on you, and when they put the nickname on you, it sticks forever. Look at DDG, Doodoo Garbage. Look at Doodoo Garbage. They're still calling him Doodoo Garbage up until today. He says, you already have a nickname, Femboy. Nah, that's not sticking, Daffy. It's not sticking, dude. That's not sticking. Now, if Solo Illuminati made a video and called me a femboy, then I'd be in trouble. I'd be fucked. I'd be fucked. That shit would ruin my fucking career. I'd have to quit. I'd have to quit, chat. How do you stay in the game when somebody puts a crazy nickname on you like that and everybody starts calling you like that? Everybody starts calling you that. Even people who never saw your stream, what can you do? You're fucked. He says, sus Leonard. He says, she sexually harassed Silky's assistant and it was down from there. But she was never really that popular, Kanai. The problem is that the drama channels, the fucking commentary channels, make people who are not big seem bigger than they really are. That's the problem. That and the Twitter fucking clippers. The Twitter clippers will make a guy who has no followers at all seem like he's fucking the biggest fucking streamer in the world. Look at Clavicular. Who the fuck is Clavicular? Every single month, there's new industry plants. They just pop out of nowhere. Why? Because there's people that back them, bro. There's people that back them. If some fucking random manager, a promoter or manager found my stream and he said, you know what, we're going to invest in Scott Leonard. We're going to spend $100,000 on Scott Leonard to promote him. Seriously, if I had a manager, like some fucking executive wanted to exploit me, they make me sign some fucking contract and then they start they can make me look like a big fucking streamer. They pay all the clipping channels. They pay all the fucking Twitter clippers and they just start pumping out random clips. Have you tried to watch a Clavicular stream? If you guys think that I'm boring, you ain't seen nothing yet. Clavicular said, hold my beer. Clavicular is extremely boring. Extremely boring, chat. First of all, he speaks like he's on Adderall. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, man, I mean, this girl has a receding mandibular. She has receding eyebrows. You need to add more Botox to the top of your head. Yeah, hey, okay, we're gonna meet up with Sneeko now. Hey, what's up, Sneeko? Okay, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Nick is hilarious. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's rizz up some girls. Like, he's extremely boring. The difference between me and Clavicular is that he has people backing him. Aiden Ross is backing him. Many fucking people invested behind the scenes. I promise you that behind the scenes, there are probably people that get a cut out of the fucking revenue that his streams produce. Just like all of them, bro. You think Aiden Ross don't got niggas signing contracts? Aiden Ross already said that he fucked up with Kai and he fucked up with IShowSpeed and that he's not letting no nigga slide. He probably has hella people under contract. That's how this game is played. You think that the Clover boys aren't under some sort of contract? You think that AMP doesn't get a cut of their money? You think that Kai Cenat's putting niggas on for the love of the game? Are you stupid? He says, bro, no promo to that weirdo. I just want to see how long his 15 minutes of fame are going to last. He says, this is how much of a loser Scott is. Adderall is an upper, not a downer. Amid, I don't do drugs. My point is that he's on drugs. I don't know if it's an upper or a downer. All I know is that he fucking has no energy and he's boring. He's extremely boring. Niggas want to say that I'm boring. I mean, I might be boring, but there's plenty of niggas out there that are boring, more boring than I am. He says he's paying people off for sure. Even today I saw they were talking about Burnt Peanut and they were accusing Burnt Peanut of of botting. And I don't know if it's true or not. It probably is. Every Twitch and Kick are, everybody's botting there. I'll put it that way. There's very few content creators on that platform that really have the viewers that they have. Even the big streamers have tons of bots in their fucking stream. Tons. I saw that Dez and Kai supposedly had a falling out. I have not done the research. I know that Dez slid into Kai Cenat's ex-girlfriend's DMs talking about, you're epic. This nigga is so corny, bro. So fucking corny. You're epic. You really thought that was gonna work, my nigga? He says, no, Scott. Are they beefing or are they not beefing? I know that Ty Little's beefing with DJ Academics. I just want to let you know that you're epic. You're so epic. Even Rakai was clowning these niggas, bro. He says, where's Bae? She's watching a movie. She has the volume mad loud, too. He says, your epic thing happened way before Kai was with Gigi. Oh, it was? He says, did you watch Fuzi and Nick? The Nick Nirancina, I don't respect that guy at all. That's the guy who was dating Sky Bree. Can you imagine dating a porn star, chat, who's actively getting cracked? How do you do that? You gotta be a real low-life scumbag with no self-esteem to date a girl who's getting her shit cracked open by another nigga on camera. This nigga was dating fucking Sky Bree. It's the same thing with Hassan. You know, that's how I know Hassan is a degenerate. Because Hassan was dating porn stars. And then he has the audacity, bro. Can you imagine? Is that cuck? Are you a cuck? If I got a question, chat. Serious question. And I hope this isn't TOS. Are you a cuck if you're dating a girl and she's getting fucked by other people on camera? Because Hasanabi came out. I already knew this. Hasanabi, I know he dated Janice Griffith and he dated a few other porn stars. And in an interview, he was talking about, oh no, she only fucked one guy while we were dating. Like, dude, are you serious? Not even Batman could get that fucking information out of me if I was him. Nigga said, oh, she only fucked one guy while we were dating. Are you serious, my buddy? And they think that we're going to take political advice from Hasanabi, a critical gooner. I don't know who Christy Mack War Machine is, but the bottom line is if you have a girlfriend and she's getting cracked by other niggas, she ain't that much of a girlfriend, buddy. She's a community pool. Everybody's swimming in that bitch. He says, cuck sand and cuck wig. That's some crazy shit, bro. I don't know. These niggas in Hollywood, these LA niggas are built different, bro. Seriously, chat. These LA niggas are built different, bro. These LA niggas are built different. Talking about, oh, she only got fucked one time while we were in a relationship. Like, for real, bro? And you're proud of that? You're proud of that shit, bro? This nigga had to rearrange her guts. So he had to put the guts back in the spots where they belong. He said, bro, my girlfriend came home and her guts were rearranged. I had to put them back in the spot they belong. He says, everybody get passed around in LA. Bro, they on some weird freaky deaky shit, bro. And that's my main problem with the LA streamer group and just streamers in general. You know, who said this? Who said this, man? I saw a clip yesterday. Who was it? Was it Low Tier God? Or was it, who was it? It might have been Low Tier God. It was somebody black. I remember it was a black content creator. But I can't remember who it was. But they said that streaming nowadays, people are trying to convert it into reality TV Hollywood style. And that shit's not going to fly because the whole purpose of streaming was to be authentic. It was to be like what I'm doing right now, just sitting here and talking with the people, giving your opinions on things, yapping. It wasn't designed for you to be on television and scripting shit and it being fake. But the problem is that these fucking guys, they're obsessed with fucking Hollywood. The LA streamers, and to a certain degree, Kai Cenat, DDG, they don't want to be streamers. You think that Kai Cenat, Plaqueboy Max, I think the person who said it was Plaqueboy Max, actually, now that I think about it. Because remember that Plaqueboy Max went to the Grammys and he got humiliated. You guys saw that? You guys saw what happened to Plaqueboy? And the same thing's about to happen to Kai Cenat. He better watch out. He's going to get embarrassed. The same thing that happened to Plaqueboy Max at the Grammy is going to happen to fucking Kai Cenat at the fucking fashion shit. Because, nigga, what you don't understand is that the niggas that are musicians, the niggas that are artists, the niggas that are designers, they spent their entire life honing their craft. They didn't just jump on it one day. You think a guy like Louis Vuitton just one day decided, I want to be a fashion designer? He says they don't have respect for it. They're not, exactly, Kanai. It's disrespectful for you to go into an industry that people spent their entire life building. And you think that you're going to pivot and jump into their industry and you're going to be on their level? Do you know how insulting that is, bro? Seriously, think about it for a second. You're some fucking actor. You were a kid. You went to acting. You were in the acting, what's it called? The theater. You were in the theater group in high school. You got bullied for that shit. Then you graduated high school. You went to a fucking acting school. And you spent your entire life to finally become an actor. And you landed your first acting gig at the age of 28. Right? You spent your entire life studying to be an actor. You land your first gig at the age of 28. And you get a fucking award. And then some guy who's never acted in his entire life wants to come and put himself in the same room as you. They want to come and put themselves in the same room as you. And you think that's going to fly? Those niggas will never embrace Kai Cenat. I'm telling you right now. They don't even embrace Kanye. They are never going to embrace. Let's say that Kai Cenat is a fucking fashion designer genius. He could be the best fashion designer in the world. They're not going to respect him. That's not how it works. They want you to go through all the trials and tribulations that they went through to have respect for you. They're not going to let you take a shortcut, bro. They're just not. They're not going to. Because it's like, it's like when you go to college. When you go to college, when you go to university, and you got an English Comp 2 professor, and then you try to tell them like, oh, you're wrong, this and that. And they're like, who the fuck are you? I went to grad school to become a professor. And you want to tell me if I'm right or wrong? They're not going to let that shit fly. It's like me being a software engineer who's self-taught. When I go to apply for a job, the people who are interviewing me, for the most part, those people all went to school. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. So they don't want me to get the job. You think they want me? Do you think that a guy who went to MIT and had to go to university for 6 years, right? He got a bachelor's degree and then he got a doctorate. And they're working at Google. And a guy like me walks in the door and says, oh, I'm a self-taught engineer who taught myself how to code. Do you think that they want me to get the job? No. That shit pisses them off. It pisses them off. It doesn't matter how good of an engineer you are. And the same rules apply to every other industry. At my old job, when I had new bosses come in and they're like, oh, this guy does a good job. And they start asking me and I'd be like, oh, I'm a self-taught engineer. They'd get mad. They'd be like, oh, you're self-taught? And you could see it in their facial expression like, this fucking guy, how'd he get in? He says Kai shut the internet down after he showed progress of the school. You know, a school doesn't cost that much to make in Africa, just for the record. Unless he's getting fucking scammed. My thing is that, and we're going to watch, I think I might react to the video of Plaqueboy Max as well. I had a few videos that I wanted to react to about these things, like the DDG situation and the Plaqueboy Max situation. And I might react to it. I don't know how I feel. Like I said, guys, sometimes I think to myself, like, why am I reacting to videos? Like, we just had a decent conversation about the topic. Do we really need to watch a video about it too? The only reason I like watching the video about the topic is because I can make the fucking clip out of it, right? And we'll have visuals. And if I wasn't lazy, I could grab what I said earlier and react to the clip and cut it up and make a bomb video, to be honest. That's the only reason, Daffy. That's literally the only reason why I think like, man, maybe I should react to the videos that I have lined up. It was just 3 videos because I can react to the videos as well, cut it up, and make a banger clip combining the talking points with that. But the thing is that I don't have if I had an editor, bro, it would be fire. The Fuzi video I dropped a few days ago. Did you guys see it? Royalty, did you see my Fuzi video? He says, do like everyone else and milk the Epstein shit. On the rise. I be going through waves of emotion, bro, regarding the Epstein shit. Because it's interesting, but it's also boring at the same time. Does that make sense? It's like, how much, when is enough enough? When is enough? Like, we know that Epstein was a spy, right? At least I know that Epstein was a spy. And how much more can we talk about it? Now, I do know that new information has been coming out, but even so, it gets old. Like, I got Epstein burnout already. And it's unfortunate because my Epstein video did good. My fucking Erica Kirk video did good. If I wanted to blow up this channel, I could just talk about Erica Kirk every single fucking day. He says, Epstein's the most boring conspiracy ever. I mean, you know, Daffy, I don't consider myself that much of a conspiracy theorist, but there's so many things to talk about, bro. Like, I feel like sometimes in the pursuit of easy views, I force myself to watch shit that I don't find that compelling. And when it comes to the Epstein thing, Yes, it's interesting, but enough is enough. I might react or make a video about it again in the future when more information comes out. But you know what pisses me off, man? What pisses me off is that there are channels on the internet that talk about the same stuff every single day. Every single day. And they post videos and they frame it like it's going to be something new. And then you click on the video and they just repeated what they said in the previous video. I hate to say it, you know, I like watching More Pegasus. It's one of my guilty pleasures. Almost every single day I watch the More Pegasus video drop. But More Pegasus be repeating the exact same shit over and over and over again. He says, Scott complaining about rinse and repeat from others? Lamau. Royalty, no, but my rinse and repeat. No, listen to this. My rinse and repeat, at least it's like me complaining, but I'm complaining about different things and I'm wording it differently. When you watch like a More Pegasus video, he'll use the same clips and everything. And I'm just like, didn't he talk about this yesterday? That kind of rinse and repeat is too much for me. He says, Epstein explaining the banking was interesting. Kanai, I told you he was cooking. If I told you guys that I had a little bit more respect for Epstein after that interview, does that make me a bad person, chat? I said it. There. Don't clip it, but I said it. After watching the Epstein Bannon interview, I had more respect for Epstein. I'm not even going to lie. Does that make me a piece of shit? He was cooking, bro. You can't argue with a nigga who's cooking. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I told Bailey, I was watching it and I looked at her and I was like, yo, he's cooking. What am I supposed to tell my boys? Do I tell the boys that I fucking agree with what Epstein was saying wholeheartedly? He didn't say not one thing that was wrong though, Kanai. Come on, bro. He says, nah, the PDF file shit, cancel all that out. He says, wrong word choice. I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, I'm between a rock and a hard place right now, chat. I'm between a rock and a hard place right now because this nigga's talking like a super genius. I don't even know what to fucking say to this. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to be like a politician. You know how politicians are slimy. This nigga was the opposite of what I expected. Because I had never seen an interview with Epstein, so I didn't know what his personality type was, right? I was expecting Epstein to be like a Ted Cruz, right? Or a Gavin Newsom. Or a Mundami. Like one of these niggas that they lie straight to your face. They're slimy. But when he started talking, he was being himself. Bannon was like, yo, do you regret being in prison for the things you did? And this nigga was like, no. I'm like, damn. Yo, guys, you can't say he didn't stand 10 toes when they asked him that question. Because any politician would have fucking showed like empathy and regret. If perfect example. If an Obama or a Ted Cruz or any of these politicians had been in the same situation as Epstein and they asked them like, yo, did you regret committing those crimes and getting locked up and not being able to be free in 2008 during the financial crisis? Any politician type person who's a slimy, just word manipulator would have been like, you know what? I was sitting there in my cell regretting everything I'd done. Whether they felt that way or not, they would have said that. They would have said, you know what? I made a big mistake and I realized it in that moment that I had really overstepped my bounds and I was really regretting committing those crimes because I thought, man, now is my moment to shine for humanity, but I wasn't able to. You know, they would have given you a PR, cookie cutter, clean fucking response. But when they asked Epstein, yo, do you regret committing those crimes that caused you to be in prison and in prison? This nigga was straight up. He said straight up. He was like, no. He's like, no. This nigga said no, chat. Come on. You got to respect that, bro. You got to respect that, chat. Niggas that are evil, but they don't give a fuck. You got to respect that shit, bro. I'm sorry. Because in this world, to be honest, bro, there is no fucking real compass of morality. Like human beings impose morality, right? So when there's a nigga who's out there and he's just a fucking predator, like an actual predator, like the lion kills a fucking zebra, he doesn't apologize for it. And maybe that's a twisted perspective to have or a way to see the world, but I'm just saying that this nigga was unapologetic. He was throwing anyone under the bus, Kanai. He didn't give a fuck. Nigga was unapologetic, bro. This nigga was fucking, he was just, you could tell he was just unfazed. So I'm sitting there watching the interview thinking to myself like, damn, this nigga, fuck, bro. This is a different kind of human. This is a different kind of human. Because to a certain degree, yo, Captain Crunch 102, thank you for subscribing on Kick. To a certain degree, homie said Epstein, Kirk, Floyd. Oh my goodness. To a certain degree, all human beings try to show themselves in the best light. You know, most people aren't going to go out and put themselves in a negative light because deep down inside, we all want to be accepted by other people. We all want to be, you know, we want validation. Even the people who say they don't want validation and they're their own person, they do. They're fitting an archetype too. Oh, I don't care about anything. Okay, buddy. That's a facade. But very rarely do you meet a person who's a true sociopath. After watching that interview, I would say that Jeffrey Epstein is a true sociopath. He had no emotional regret at all. An empty vessel of evil. Am I wrong? Is that a crazy interpretation, a crazy fucking perspective to hold? He says those Dos Equis commercials about the most interesting man were actually about Epstein. He says he felt untouchable. I mean, I've never had billions of dollars before, bro. Have you? I'm assuming that when you have billions of dollars, you probably do feel untouchable, bro. Can you imagine how much heinous, evil, diabolical shit this nigga's done without getting in trouble? Think about that, bro. Think about how important and how powerful you must feel if you're out here molesting people, you're out here killing people, you're out here committing all kinds of crimes, serious crimes, serious fucking crimes, dude, with no repercussions. Serious crimes. People are seeing the crimes happen and nothing happens to you. You're gonna feel untouchable. How can you not feel untouchable? You are untouchable almost. The only thing that can make you touchable, pause, is if there's public outrage. He says, that's why I couldn't be a billionaire. Kanai said, if I was a billionaire, I'd be doing all kinds of crazy shit. This nigga would have the Squid Games and shit. He'd be on that Squid Game shit. Bring the poors. Have them fight. And I would be like, I've got an idea. I'm making the Andrew Tate voice. We'll get poor people. We'll put them in a room and we'll make them fight for money. We'll make them fight to the death. He says selective reading. Probably why he retarded. Wait, who has selective reading? He says 2 hours, no reactions. Wonders why he gets no views. Amen, 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 bro. I've said this a million times and I don't understand why people don't comprehend what I'm saying. I don't want my channel to be a conduit to other content. Today we were going to react. Look, I might read the tweets still. I saved a few tweets. But this shit, I already talked about it. What else can I say? If I go to my Twitter, right, and I go to my bookmarks, what more can I say about this stuff? We're beating a dead horse here, buddy. He says, damn, bro. If I go to my fucking Twitter, right, I made some bookmarks today, right? I took some bookmarks. And we can go through these, but what more can I say? I've already talked about Black Boy Max getting humiliated. Plaque Max really got treated like a store runner at the Grammys red carpet.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hi. I have Jamal and Jamal Roberts, American Idol, and Jonathan. Can we get a shot? Are you with the Grammys?
What'd you say?
Is this the Grammys camera?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
I
good.
thought this is E.
No. This is Plaque Boy Max.
Okay.
All right, bet.
You want to know where Plaque Max is fucking up? And I meant to say this earlier, but maybe it is a good thing that we react to some of the videos because I can add a little bit more flavor to what I was saying. You want to know where he's fucking up? He's fucking up by having a camera follow him around. This is your moment to stand on your own 2 feet and have other people seek you out and make you the spotlight. If you have to bring your own camera crew with you, then you have no leverage. Does that make sense? If you're going to the Grammys or the Emmys or any major event and you have to have your own camera guys following you around, then you lose all leverage because a true celebrity, a true actor or musician doesn't have his own private little camera guy following him around. He doesn't need that. You're important enough that other people seek you out. The media outlets seek you out. Paparazzi seeks you out. You don't need to have your own paparazzi. He says, makes it hard to build connections too. It probably does because you can't even have a private conversation. In an event like this, Plaque Max dropped the ball because he should be networking. He should be really networking. But instead of him really networking and showing his authority and having aura, he has no aura. Everybody else there has aura. He has no aura. Zero aura.
I bet.
And that's why anybody who works there is going to think that you work for a media outlet and they're going to little bro you. It's like, you know what it's like? I'm going to tell you what it's like, chat. It's like when I used to go to the car events, right? Remember I told you guys this story. I used to go to the car events. I used to go to private parties that my friends were having. I own a supercar, right? But I had my own little YouTube channel and I'm making videos and I'm filming the other supercars. The moment you do that, you lower your status. I had multiple car owners come up to me and tell me, yo, Scott, what are you doing, bro? You're one of us. Why are you making videos? Why are you recording all the cars, bro? You're one of us. Literally. Because there were other people who would show up at the party uninvited. There would be kids that are photographers. There'd be fucking car spotters. There would be all these people and they would be taking photos of the cars and videoing and making YouTube content, but they didn't have the car. And the moment that I take out my camera and I start making content, now I've lowered my status. I'm no longer in the niche, in the category of supercar owner, big baller. I've lowered myself to spectator. And when you go to an event that has to do with artists and you're carrying around your own cameraman and you're creating content at the event, you've lowered your status from being an artist to being media. It's the same dynamic. It's literally the same dynamic. And the people that are there are not going to respect that because they don't respect that craft. They look down on that. They look down on streaming. That's what I feel like royalty doesn't. Sometimes royalty be defending these guys, but I think that royalty doesn't understand that they look down on streaming. Celebrities, real rappers, real artists, they look down on streaming. They want the money and the clout that comes with streaming, but they don't want to engage in it because it brings your status down.
Told you I'm not shit here, nigga. It's cool. You gotta work. This that motivation. Clip all this shit, chat. It's cool. Give me a year.
Look at everybody else in this room. Do you see anybody else in this room carrying around a camera? Do you guys see anybody else in the room carrying a camera?
Wait, who is that?
Look at this guy. The guy who's gonna ignore Plaque Boy in this clip. Do you see him with a camera crew? Do you see him with anybody taking photos of him that's with him? Do you see him with an entourage of people taking photos of him? Do you see him making content? No. He's stoic.
What the hell? Wait, who is that? Do you know who that is?
Look, no cameramen around him. He's stoic.
Yo, I like yo.
He doesn't need to have a fucking camera crew with him. He doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to prop himself up. He doesn't need to say, I'm famous, I'm a celebrity. The moment you say, I'm famous, I'm a celebrity, you lose aura. Because you don't, a real famous person doesn't need to tell you shit. That's what you're missing. The aura comes automatically. You don't need to pretend to be. So when DDG says all that shit he said in that fucking clip, you lost all points right there because why are you saying it? You don't need to say it out loud if you're on that level. He says, exclusive party. Scott enters with a camera. I had a McLaren. I mean, I got yelled at so many times by people like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing, bro? Why is he recording? I'm out here recording the Diddy ritual. First streamer ever nominated for a Grammy. I thought this was funny. This is not related to anything we were talking about tonight. I just thought this was funny that DDG randomly ran into Jay Singo for the first time in public since their beef. Look at this shit, Chad. This is so fake. Look at.
Wait, you want me to get your mic?
Look at Jay Singo's face. Look at Jay Singo's face. Look at Jay Singo's face.
You want me to take the mic or no?
Yeah.
Look at Jay Singo's face. Look at Jay Singo's face. He saw DDG and he turned around. Look at this shit. Look at, roll that back a little tiny bit. Look. He looked. He saw DDG. But then again, this could be fake. Like I said, I don't believe anything I see on the internet. It could be just a coincidence that they went to the Chipotle and Jay Cinco just happened to be there. Or this could have been staged. There's a high probability that this was staged.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what the fuck? You got this cash you looking at? Is it me?
That's right.
Huh? Yeah, I charged for this.
Oh. You gotta ask her. I asked her.
Very high probability that it was staged. I thought it was a funny interaction, but I don't know if it's real or not. It might be fake. Like I said, I don't believe anything I see on the internet anymore. There's too much bullshit getting staged. DDG gives his honest opinion on the Grammys. I don't give a fuck about no Grammy. Granted, I wouldn't mind winning one. I love winning awards. That's so much cap. This is a cope. What a fucking big ass cope.
Need you at the Grammys next year. Well, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Grammys.
I don't even know why they were beefing, Daffy.
I love winning awards. Just like I ain't give a fuck about the streamer awards. I ain't give a fuck about no damn streamer awards, but I still wanted to win.
DDG's such a capper. He's dying to win a Grammy.
Submit my music for the Grammys. I haven't submitted my music one time.
Cause it's trash, my nigga.
Need you at the Grammys next year.
If DDG won a Grammy, we would never fucking hear the end of it. He would talk about that shit every fucking day. If this nigga won a Grammy, bro, it would be an apocalyptic event. He would talk about that shit. He would rub that shit in everybody's faces. I won a Grammy, nigga. I'm the first streamer to win a Grammy, nigga. I won a Grammy. I won a Grammy. He would not shut the fuck up if he won a Grammy. Thank God he hasn't won a Grammy. You would never hear the fucking end of it. He would yap forever. Guys like DDG are dying to be Hollywood. DDG is dying to be Hollywood. He would do anything to be fucking Hollywood. Why do you think he even got with that fucking Hollywood bitch? This nigga is dying to be Hollywood, bro. He'll do anything it takes. Don't let this man get a fucking Grammy. Don't let him get a fucking Grammy, chat. It will be the end of the universe. This shit will implode. DDG reveals that rappers, influencers, and corporate executives all called him nonstop after his super viral tweet claiming streamers make more money than 95% of the NFL. That was the stupidest fucking tweet in the history of the fucking Twitter.
Man, I had rappers rappers calling me, nigga. Niggas calling me. Corporate people calling me. You really think streamers make that? I'm telling you, hey, I'm hyping this up.
What a fucking imbecile.
All industries. Man, I had rappers.
What a fucking imbecile, Chad.
Corporate people calling me. You really think?
This nigga said the stupidest shit in the history of the internet. Of course he's gonna have all those niggas calling him. They're like, are you stupid, boy? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? This is the same clip 2 times. DDG explains to Silky. Oh, yeah. Guys, what is this, bro? Yo, chat, did you see this? DDG explains to Silky that God had to nerf his legs so he couldn't max out on all the baddies. All badges. You know how you create a player in 2K? You can't put all the attributes at 99. What is up with his fucking legs, bro? Look at his legs. Look at his legs. Look at his legs. Look at this nigga's legs. Yo, look at his ankle. Wait, look at his ankle. Look at his ankle. Look at his ankle. Look at his fucking ankle, bro. Bro, his ankle is this big. How what the fuck are we? What the fuck kind of deformity is that, bro? This nigga has baby legs. Yo, DDG got the Pee Wee Herman legs, chat. What the fuck? He says, Scott, you got twigs for legs. No, not like this. Not like that, Royalty. That's some crazy shit, bro. Yo, nigga. Put some respect on my fucking legs, my nigga. Put some respect on my fucking legs, my nigga. My legs aren't like that. This nigga has, I don't know what kind of legs those are, bro. This nigga has literal fucking sticks for legs. This nigga wants to say, I have legs like that. That's crazy. Look at his fucking hand compared to his legs. He can do this with his fucking hand. He can do this. Wrap his fucking fingers around his fucking leg. He says, twig legs. He says, you a stick figure, Scott. Royalty, but not like that. Not like that, bro. How does he even walk with this? How does he not just break his legs instantly?
Yo, look at where his calf is at, bro.
Like, what the fuck kind of leg is that?
But look though,
That shit look insane, man.
I'm handsome, rich.
Okay.
I'm smart. I had to get nerfed somewhere. So God
So
was
it
like,
all fucking the
yeah,
calf.
you know how you create a player on 2K?
Yeah.
You can't put all the attributes at 99. So that's how God worked. He's
Yeah.
like, I can't, let me go ahead and put more attributes on his brain, put more attributes. Huh? What's wrong with him?
Like, what the fuck kind of leg is that, bro? Niggas looking at this nigga. Niggas looking at bro like when you are playing a video game and you're setting up your character and you fuck it up. They're looking at this nigga like, what the fuck? He says, your feet chopped though. I know, Daffy, my shit. I'm not saying that my shit ain't chopped. I'm not saying that my legs are not thin, but not like this, bro. He's on a different level. He got me beat on that one.
Better fits than me, first of all. So
The niggas were looking at this nigga like he was a fucking extraterrestrial.
I have calf muscles.
That's why you got SpongeBob legs? Yo,
Like, that's some crazy shit, bro. What the fuck is that? Oh, and then I got the 2 tweets. These were the 2 tweets we were talking about. Streamers are richer and more influential than your traditional celebrity. When he said streamers, he should have said 3 streamers are richer and more influential than some celebrities. And then I would say, okay, buddy. But this statement, he was pushing it on this statement. She got 1 million impressions, bro. You know what's funny though? How does it get 1 million impressions, only 14,000 likes, and only 1,000 comments, and only 888 shares? This one has 3 million and only has 783 shares. How does it have such a little bit of shares? Streamers make more money than 95% of the NFL. 8,000 likes, bro. That's like, yo, you got ratioed to fucking hell. You got ratioed to fucking hell, chat. 3.6 million impressions and only 8,000 likes. Do you know how much? Do you know how many numbers are in a million? How many thousands are in a million? And you only got eight of those bitches? But I got to do the math, chat. I'm a fucking regard here. Let's see. A million divided by 1,000 is 1,000. There's 1,000 thousands in a million. And you only got 8 of them bitches.
Mama!
You only got 8 of them bitches, bro. Jesus, fuck. That's embarrassing, actually. Okay, I cleared out my bookmarks for Twitter. Is this relationship okay? Are they for real? I'm getting sick and tired of this bullshit, chat. Guys, what is your take on this? I'm about to say something really fucking controversial, and I'm biting my tongue. I'm biting my tongue. He says, all the clip channels on X post the stuff, so ain't no real need to reshare. He says, they're both legal. Why not? Do you know... Bro, I'm about to say some fucking shit that's going to get me in trouble. Let me not even say it. Let me not even say it, chat. All I'm going to say is that in ancient times, niggas weren't getting to the age of 30.
Mama!
In ancient times, niggas weren't getting to the age of 30, bro. So do the math yourself. At what age were niggas fucking reproducing? Come on. Do I need to spell it out for you all niggas? 30? At age 30, this nigga would be dead. He would be dead. He says, I know where you're going and please stop. On the right says, I'm getting off this bus right now. Hey, bus stop. Stop the bus. I want to get out. This nigga said, stop the bus. I want to get out. I'm not with this nigga. Somebody stop the bus. He said, I want to get off this fucking bus. I'm not going to spell it out, but I'm just going to say that every single other animal on this planet reproduces when they reach sexual maturity. That's all I'm going to say, chat. And I'm also going to say that the average lifespan of most human beings was like 35, 300 years ago. Maybe even less than that. And I'm also going to say that niggas couldn't have 12, 13, 14 kids. My grandma had 14 kids if they started at age 22. That's all I'm going to say, chat. That's all I'm going to say. My grandmother couldn't have 14 kids if she started at age 22. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways. The patch update is wild. Kanai says, wild take. Kanai, when you're my age and you have a kid and your kid says, Daddy, I'm a transsexual, you're going to say some crazy shit and there's going to be somebody saying, wild take, Gramp. Unc, wild take. Why are you so transphobic, Unc? And you're going to understand my dilemma. Because y'all niggas be taking the patch update as soon as they drop. They be dropping the patch updates and y'all niggas be taking them as soon as they drop. In the future, when your son says, Dad, I actually am a female. This is my boyfriend, Dad. Dad, this is my boyfriend. You're going to say, son, you're a man. And he's going to say, whoa, Dad, wild take. Wild take, Dad. And you're going to say, fuck, Scott Leonard was right. And I'm going to be laughing in my grave, bro. He says, you're aged like dinosaur. I'm going to be laughing in my grave. He says, bring it back to the hospital. I'm going to be laughing in my grave, Kanai. When you're like in your 50s or 60s, I'm going to be gone, bro. I'm going to be off this planet. And you're going to be fucking worry. You're gonna be perplexed. You're gonna be perplexed, bro, when you see the man-dog relationships. Oh, this is my wife. What do you mean that's your wife? That's your dog. Oh yeah, but we got married. What do you mean you got married? I'm married to my dog. You're gonna be like, fuck, Scott Leonard was right. He says, that's why you always keep the receipt to return that shit. I said, shit's gonna be fucked. Yo, I be joking around about the Dolphins now, but in the future, that shit might be viable, bro. Niggas be like, yo, I just married this animal. I identify as a cat. And then I'm gonna be the one laughing. I'm gonna be the one laughing. What else is there, bro? There's really nothing in here. Pokemon bullshit. Pokemon opens up about how hard it is being a woman when you're constantly judged by men and how that pressure can mess up your confidence. Oh my God, I hate this. This bitch talk. You know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Kamala Harris. The way she talks, her tone of voice.
So how come one day I can feel like
Fake.
such a baddie, and then the next day feel like I look like a troll under a bridge?
Fake.
What's that about? Do I actually look worse on the other day?
Fake.
Do I look a lot worse or a little? Like, what's...
She hit her head. That shit sounded like wood for real, chat. Roll that back. Why her shit sound like that, chat? Why did her shit sound like that? She was like, clack, clack, clack. That shit sounded like wood for... This bitch got a wooden head, chat. No cap.
What's going on up here?
I don't know. You tell me, bitch. That shit sounded like wood. Nico says he's effectively been erased from normal life. Can't book flights, gets denied at restaurants and venues, and is blocked across major platforms while never being convicted of a crime. Your crime was being a fucking idiot.
If you get out of line, we're gonna take everything from you. Take your livelihood, take your paycheck, take your credibility, take your reputation, separate you from everybody, isolate you from your friends, your family. They want completely ruined. Threaten to sue you, take your bank account, treat you like a criminal. And even then, like, I want to go travel for Ramadan, but I really don't know if I'm going to be able to. I see people like saying that they want me to stream with Muhammad Ajab and stuff and go to London, go to Saudi. I always travel during Ramadan.
He made this bed. Now he has to sleep in it.
I'm going to be able to do that because I heard that I won't be able to come back into the country. And I haven't even committed a crime. Isn't that insane? So what can I do? Like right now, I can't travel, can't go to the club, can't go to certain restaurants. I can't post on so many social medias, banned everywhere. But look at it, all the things that I can't do while never committing a crime.
Oh, sorry guys, I was just playing my violin for Sneeko. Like, my nigga, you wanted to be super duper edgy. You wanted to be the most edgy nigga on the internet. Okay, you're edgy now, my nigga. That's what you wanted, right? You wanted to be on the fringes of society. You wanted to have some crazy fucking takes. Okay, buddy. Good luck with that. And I like Sneeko. This is not coming from a place of hate. I like Sneeko. I fuck with Sneeko's content for the most part, other than the bullshit content. But he on some bullshit, bro. And he's always talking about how females don't want to take responsibility for their actions and blah, 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 blah. Well, this is your moment to take responsibility for your actions, buddy. You know what really pissed me off more than anything, chat? When they played the HH song, right? And be a man and stand 10 toes and say, I played the song and it was anti-Semitic, but I don't give a fuck, right? If he had done that, I'd be like, okay, bet, I respect it. But instead, he started talking about the nation of Israel and how he was anti-Zionist. It's like, okay, buddy, you're conflating two things because the song really is anti-Semitic. Am I wrong? Is the song not anti-Semitic? It's literally anti-Semitic. It's not about the government of Israel. It's not about the nation state of Israel. So don't conflate the two things. I thought it was very slimy and in poor taste to try and mix in the situation with the Palestinians and all that stuff with the HH song. Like, no, buddy, you just stand alone on your fucking 2 feet and say, yo, I played the song because I fuck with it. But don't come here and try and virtue signal and flip it on its head and say, oh no, actually, there's nothing anti-Semitic about being in opposition of the state of Israel. It's like, but the song wasn't about the state of Israel. The song was about fucking Hitler. If you're gonna be this edgy character, then stand 10 toes, bro. Don't walk it back. Don't try to virtue signal afterwards. That's like if you were pro 9/11 and you said, oh, bro, yo, the niggas who blew up 9/11, they did good because America deserved that shit. And then people call you out and say, yo, you're talking crazy, brother. What do you mean America deserved that shit? And you say, oh, what I really meant, actually, let me clarify my words now in retrospect, now that you're calling me out. What I really meant was that I'm against American imperialism and our influence in the Middle East. And what I was actually trying to say was, shut the fuck up, bro. You got caught. Stand 10 toes on your fucking words. Stop being a little bitch. I hate people who try to walk it back. Now that actually is flip-flopping, royalty. That is flip-flopping. Flip-flopping is not when you say, you know what, bro? Coca-Cola is the best soda in the world. And then somebody gives you a Dr. Pepper and you drink it and then you come back and say, you know what? I changed my mind. Dr. Pepper is the best soda in the world. That's not flip-flopping. That's changing your opinion based on the fucking facts and your facts and your experience. But if you say, yo, the nigga who made Coca-Cola is a bitch ass nigga, and then he pulls up on you and you say, oh, bro, what I really meant to say was that I'm not agreeing with you on the state of the production line of your company. Like, no, you're bullshitting, bro. Stand 10 toes. Because you're not making an opinion, you're making a statement at that point. There's facts, there's opinions, and there's statements. If you make a fucking statement, you better stand on your fucking statement. And you tell me if I'm not cooking. Bullshit, bro. You're a worm. Don't be a fucking worm. That's why, look, Andrew Tate did Sneako dirty with all the bullshit, but Sneako also deserved that shit. You can't be a worm and not expect to get fucking wormed. You can't be a snake and expect not to get snaked. There's no honor amongst thieves. You think that you're with a bunch of slimy ass niggas and they're not gonna slime you too? Are you stupid? Birds of a fucking feather flock together, bro. He says, we can all agree Pepsi is ass, right? Yeah, Pepsi's too sweet. Pepsi's too sweet. But that's like an opinion, Daffy, right? There's a big difference in saying, yo, I don't like Pepsi because it's too sweet. And then somebody comes and gives you a different Pepsi with a different formula or something, you drink it and you change your mind. That's not flip-flopping. But if I say, yo, the nigga who is the CEO of Pepsi is a bitch-ass nigga, and he's a loser and yada, 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 and then I go to the Pepsi headquarters and he's there, and then I shake his hand and say, oh, bro, and then he confronts me and says, I heard that you were saying that you thought I was a bitch-ass nigga. He says, I heard you were calling me a bitch-ass nigga. What did you mean by that? Do you stand by those statements? And then you try to switch it up. And you say, oh, no, what I actually meant was that I don't agree with your means of production. Like, no, bro, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. In my entire life, have I ever walked back a statement? He says, you're cooking now. I know I'm cooking, Dragonite. I'm the cook tonight. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. You can't trust a nigga like that. He says, they might slime you out. They will. But you can't cry about it. If you're with a bunch of scumbags and they fucking do scumbag shit to you, you can't cry about it. You already knew what time Andrew Tate was on. Come on, bro. And if you didn't, then you're stupid. If Sneako came to me,
I see people get.
If Sneako came to me and he told me that he didn't know what time Andrew Tate was on and that he got tricked by Andrew Tate, I would say, you know what, Sneako? There was a lot of things that you've said in the past that I don't agree with. And I said, you know what? I don't agree with Sneako on this and that, but I think that Sneako's a smart guy. But if you come to me and you tell me I didn't know Andrew Tate was a scumbag and he tricked me I'm going to say what? You know what, Sneeko? I thought you were a smart guy, but now I see that you're a dumbass. Because we all know what time Andrew Tate was on. Y'all niggas hear me talking about Andrew Tate and joking around and repeating shit that he says because I think it's funny. The Top G, I think the Top G is funny. But do I believe the Top G? Would I leave my girl in a room with Top G by herself? Would I leave any female in a room with Top G by itself? No. Would I leave Top G with my money? Access to my bank accounts? No. Would I trust the Top G with my life? No. Come on, bro. You gotta be a fucking retard to trust this fucking guy. I mean, am I not? Would you trust him? So don't cry me a fucking river about how Andrew Tate betrayed you and how Tristan betrayed you. Nigga, they literally are betrayers. Are you a fucking retard? Are you stupid? Niggas had the word betrayer on their fucking forehead tattooed. Yo, betrayer, thief, scammer. And you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to trust him with my life. You're a fucking idiot, dude. Guys like that, they're in it for themselves. And that's fine. As long as they don't bullshit you about it. But the problem is that Sneeko, you're just like them. You're just like them. You're in it for yourself too. The problem is that when it happens to you, you want to cry about it. He says Tate literally has a snake tattoo. Literally. He says, hey, yo, bruh, how long did it took you for you to hit 4K hours? Streaming, it took me like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Why are you trying to get monetized, little? I don't know what to call you. I'm just gonna call you Lil. What kind of channel do you have? The fastest way to get monetized is to stream, by the way. You'll get more watch hours if you stream. Because, for example, even on the stream we're in right now, let's see here. This stream has 9 people, but the average view duration is 11 minutes. And 99 people have already looked in the stream. So 11 minutes times 99, it's a lot of fucking minutes. See? We've had 99 views and the average is 11 minutes. So if you stream every single day, you should be able to hit your fucking goal of 4,000 pretty quickly if you have a decent amount of people watching you. If you can get 20 people to watch you every single day for 5 hours, you'll get monetized in like a month. He says, I only do 1 or 2 hours. Back when I was beginning my streaming arc, I used to do like react streams and I used to restream. I don't recommend it because it might mess up your channel. But if you restream, you can get way more people. So like we'd have like 1,000 people watching the stream, 2,000. And we'd have like crazy watch hours. Like I had like 10,000 fucking watch hours in 1 month. More than that, actually. Hey, Lil, I got a question for you, man. This is your first time in my stream. How'd you find the stream? I'm curious. And by the way, for the people who are watching the stream right now, he says, so restream is legit. No, it's, in my opinion, it's not legit, but you can do it if you want to rush the process. It really depends on what you're going for, man. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, nobody said this shit was going to be easy. And also, what's your rush to get monetized? Let me check out your channel really quick. Let's check out his channel. Okay, he has 15,000 subscribers. What's the most popular video? 9,000. How often do you post? 1 month ago. First of all, Lil, I would recommend you post more videos. At least once a week. I would post at least 1 video a week. 1 video a week. How often do you live stream? Okay, so you do live stream every single day though. But your live streams are short. 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, this one's long. 6 hours. Yeah, I would say post more videos, continue live streaming like you're doing. But also, I would say don't rush it, bro. Because with these views, you're not going to be making that much money anyway. Like with these views, you're not going to be making that much money anyway. So there's no point in killing yourself to get monetized only to make like $200, $300. My channel only makes like $200 a month. And your views are kind of in the same range as mine. I'm seeing 32. You have a few that have a few thousand, but most of them are kind of small. Like you're not going to be making that much money off the channel, and you don't have that many videos either. You have 400 videos. So you're probably going to be making like $100 to, I'm going to say $100 to $200 a month. If you're lucky, if these videos are actually monetizable, because it depends on what they have in them too, right? If they have music and shit, you can't make money off of them. So there's no point in killing yourself to get the money. I would be more concerned with getting more views. That's what I'm trying to do. Like my channel, I'm just trying to get more views because I'm really not making like, I can't live off the money I'm making from the fucking videos anyway. So I need to make more views. Does that make sense? Shorts aren't worth it though. We have a guy, there's another content creator that I found that has like almost 200,000 subscribers from shorts, but shorts aren't worth it in my opinion, man. You gotta focus on making long videos. But yeah, you see my views suck. Look, 97, 20, 42. Occasionally I get one that has a few more. Back in the day when I did car content, I had more, but my point is there's no rush. See, 30,000, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6, 4, 3, 2. But there's no point in rushing it. I would say just focus on getting more subscribers and more views. That's my goal right now. Because the little $200 to $250 I make every month is not really, like, it's not doing anything for me. Does that make any sense? It's like a vanity, like getting monetized. It's cool to tell people like, yo, I'm monetized and you made some money off the channel. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like you're pushing yourself really, really fucking hard to make a goal. It's not really going to make you that much money. And you're going to get stressed out and burnt out too, thinking about how much money you're making. Yo, I'm just trying to save him a headache because that shit gets, like, as far as mental health is concerned, that should be affecting me. That should be affecting my mental health, chat. Like, for example, in the last 7 days, oh, you guys can't see the number. In the last 7 days, I made what? Like $20, $18.43. By the end of the month, I'll have like maybe, if I'm lucky, $200. And then if I keep looking at these numbers over and over and over again, it's going to stress me the fuck out. So it's just not even worth the hassle of like stressing yourself out like that. But who knows? I might just be a bitch ass nigga. He says donations help me out a lot. There are times where I got donations, but it's just a lot of, it's a lot of stress, bro. Anyways, it's 9:23 chat. I want to react to one video and then we're going to end the stream. My boy Alex DeVirgo dropped a video. Fuck being humble, have an ego. Let's see what he has to say in this video. He says, nah, you're the MVP. Thanks, bro. No problem, little. By the way, how did you find my channel? I meant to ask you that. Sorry, before I jump into this video. How did you find my channel? I always ask people how they found the channel because I'm trying to figure out what funnel is bringing new people in. Like what video was the catalyst to bring new people into the channel? Oh, he says, I'm just reaching out to people on live for tips. Okay, bet. Yeah, I just think it's not going to be that worth it. Like, check this out. And the whole time that I've been monetized, I'm going to show you how much I've made so far. It's not a lot. It's nothing to write home about. So since this channel got monetized until now, it's made $3,000. It's made $3,751.86. And I have 1.8 million views. Like, that's if I was depending on this money, I'd be starving to death. I'd be starving to death. Anyways, let's jump on this video, guys. Title of the video is Fuck Being Humble, Have an Ego, Alex DeVirgo. Let's see what friend of the channel, Alex DeVirgo, has to say about it.
Word ego a really bad rap, but all ego means is your sense of self. And whenever going to chase something high of stature, some sort of success or some goal, you need a high sense of self. Because whenever you have a high sense of self, it says something about you. Whenever you have a high sense about yourself and you deal with people, you deal with life circumstances, you realize and tell yourself that you are bigger than those things. Versus if you have a low sense of self, you have low self-esteem, you're not very confident in yourself, you think these things are bigger than you. So you submit to the hardships of the journey to success. And most people, that's kind of how they are. They don't rock the boat too much. They don't think they're worthy of much, so they accept a lot less. But
because most people are fucking losers.
Between those people and the successful people, Michael Jordan.
Those people are fucking losers. I always say it to you guys. People tell me like, yo, Scott, you got an ego. You need to be more humble. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, are you stupid? How do you think I was able to get to the level that I'm at in life? How do you think I was able to succeed and get, you know, the success that I've had in my life? For me, I put it down, right? Like having the watch, girlfriend, nice apartment in the city, career, knowledge, supercar, all of that stuff. I always downplay it, but the truth is that there's people that spend their entire life and can never even get to even a fraction of that level of success. But those people, it's because they're not delusional. For me to go from zero to having a job making $20,000 a year to getting to a job that makes $200,000 and owning a supercar, for me to do that, it takes levels of delusion. Like, it takes levels of delusion. And that's what people don't understand. And this is the reason why I can't let somebody like HD pull me down and make me give up on my goals, because I know what it takes to reach the levels that I'm trying to get to. And it takes peak levels of delusion. If you're not crazy, if you're not delusional, if you're not willing to ignore everybody else and sacrifice everything to get to your goal, then you're probably not going to get to the goal. You're lying to yourself. You're saying you want something, but you really don't want it. Because if you really wanted it, you'd lock in 1,000%. If you really wanted it, nothing would be able to stop you. If you really wanted it, you'd be willing to do anything it takes to get to the goal that you're trying to get to. And that's what people who don't get to goals don't understand. They think it's just something fucking easy. They look at you and they say, oh, that looked easy. You have no idea how many people have met me in real life. And when I had the supercar and they just assumed that I just was born with some silver spoon, or it was just handed to me somehow. Like, they don't understand the level of grit it takes for you to get to the next level in life. Nothing is given to you. And you have to be delusional, and you have to have a huge ego. And when somebody tells me like, yo, your ego's too big, I look at them and I pity them. And I ask them, like, I ask myself and I ask them, like, what do you mean? They're like, you're full of yourself, Scott. You're too full of yourself. And I'm like, bro, and you guys have heard me say this before in the past. Who am I supposed to be full of? If I'm not full of myself, who am I supposed to be full of? I don't know about you niggas, but I'm full of myself. I'm not full of anybody else. And maybe that makes me a fucking sociopath, psychopath who only gives a fuck about his own self and the outcomes of his own story. But so far, it's helped me succeed in life, and I'm not planning on changing that at all. He says, hey, yo, pause. He says, so you have to have delusional. Dragonite, even, you want to know something crazy, bro? When I was driving around in the Mazda Miata, I was so delusional that I would imagine myself driving around in a McLaren or a Ferrari or a Lambo. I'm not even joking. I would drive around in my little Mazda Miata, and in my mind, I would imagine myself driving around in a Ferrari F8 convertible. And I did that until I fucking found myself in an actual Ferrari F8 convertible. And that's the kind of mindset you need to have to get to the level. Otherwise, life is going to beat you down. This is why I get so irritated when people keep saying I'm depressed. I'm like, I don't need that negativity being imposed on me. People telling me, yo, you're depressed, Scott. Because, you know, human beings, we're human beings, right? We're social animals. Your personality, you derive it from the people around you, right? Your personality, who you think that you are, is a reflection of what other people tell you, right? Everybody knows this. Anybody who's taken a sociology class, anybody who's taken any classes that have to do with mental health, you know that the human personality is not built up of what the person themselves think of themselves. It's built up based off of the reflections of the other people around you. This is the reason why when somebody becomes a criminal and everybody treats them like a criminal, they internalize it, and then they fucking go on a downward trajectory, and they don't usually accomplish anything because they fucking accept the reflection that's being imposed on them as their identity. And in order for you to succeed, you need to avoid that, right? So you need to be delusional enough to reject the personality that the people surrounding you try to impose on you. So if people say, oh, you're a brokey, you got to reject it and say, I'm not a brokey. If people say you're depressed, I'm not depressed. It doesn't matter how sad I am. You telling me I'm depressed is never going to convince me that I'm depressed, because I reject it. He says, you got to be careful when you step on to get where you want to, because the same ones you see on the way up, you can see on the way down. I mean, that is true, but on the rise, don't plan on going back down, bro. Don't plan on going back down. You got to keep on going. Even if you fall off the horse. Me getting laid off is me falling off the horse. But do you think I'm going to go back and hang out with the people I hung out with when I was broke? Fuck no. Fuck those niggas. You think that if I fall off, I'm going to go try and hang out with the brokies again? No. I'm going to lock back in. I'm going to take in consideration the lessons I've learned. And I'm going to get back on my horse. And I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to crawl back on my high horse and I'm going to keep on going. There ain't no such thing as falling off or falling off your high horse or whatever the saying is. I'm going to crawl right back on that bitch, bro. I'm not going to go back to where I began. I'm not going to go back and hang out with brokies. Working in a fucking call center or wherever the fuck we're working and complaining about it every single day and not doing shit to improve my life. I'm not doing it. So those niggas you pass on the way up, fuck them. Fuck them good. Pause.
Always my favorite example. Michael Jordan had to be Michael Jordan for like 7 years before he ever won a championship. So Michael Jordan had to sit here and go, when he first got to the NBA and, you know, the Bulls wasn't a superstar team yet and stuff like that. He had to tell himself that he was good enough to carry a team to a championship, meaning he had to have a certain amount of ego, a certain amount of sense of how good he thought he was, even if reality wasn't showing him at that time, to put in the work. Like that's
fuck reality.
Your ego isn't just
make your own reality.
Your ego is the thing that tells you to put in more work than everybody, because your ego is going, I can be better than them and I'm going to take the necessary actions to be better than everybody else. So
wait. I do have a correction though. I do have a correction. Ego with work behind it. I'm delusional, but I also put in the work necessary to get to where I want to go. If you are delusional, if you were as delusional as I am, but you're in your mom's basement with the Vaseline and the Pornhub and the video game controller, then you're just mentally ill. Let's clarify some shit here, chat. Let's clarify some shit here, chat. The only time you're allowed to have a crazy ego like what I have is when you're putting in the fucking work. If you're not putting in the work, how's the saying go? Put up or shut up.
a certain level of ego, he wouldn't have even started working as
Yeah. On the rise. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because some people have zero skills. They're lazy as fuck. They're not doing jack shit. And then they want to have the same ego that I have. I've seen it before. This new generation, there's plenty of niggas like that. They think they deserve. At that point, it's not ego. It's entitlement, right? It's entitlement at that point. They feel entitled to something. They feel entitled to the fucking McLaren. They feel entitled to the $200,000 a year. They feel entitled to the girlfriend. They feel entitled to the nice apartment. They feel entitled to the rollie. They feel entitled to all this shit, but they're not willing to put in the work to back that up. Those people can fuck themselves.
So you can't have a sense of determination to achieve. That's all a part of success. You cannot find a successful person in life who don't have an ego. You know, that's
He's right.
part of the whole scenario.
How big is your ego?
It's big, but it's controllable. I won't let it.
He says, damn, no Octavia mention. That's crazy.
Or feel threatened by it, because I am very sensitive to other people's thinking of myself and of my personality and of the way that I carry myself. So my ego would never take it to a point where it imposes on other people around me.
Another example is Kanye West, and I'm not gonna lie, he's gotten a bad rep lately because, you know, he does kind of be doing some weird things these days.
Have you regretted anything that you've tweeted?
Nope.
Nothing.
Man, I gotta use the bathroom. Where's Virgil's grave?
He said that shit cold. Okay, this, I don't know what the fuck he was on with this one, bro. And also, On the Rise, the reason why I didn't mention it is because anybody can reproduce, bro. Anybody can reproduce. You gotta be down bad for real if you can't get some box. Maybe I'm being an asshole with this take, chat, but a nigga who can't get some pussy, I don't even count that nigga as a human. Them niggas are subhuman. You're telling me you couldn't get no box? Niggas be like, yo, I'm 25 and a virgin. I'm like, okay, buddy. Okay, man. You go back to your subterranean layer. Them niggas can go back to their subterranean layer, bro. Niggas be acting like it's impossible to get some pussy. Like, nigga, Jesus Christ, bro. What planet are you from? Welcome to Earth, motherfucker. Welcome to fucking Earth, motherfucker. Bailey says, okay, shush. I'm just keeping it a buck, baby. It ain't that hard. Niggas be acting like it's Mission Impossible. She says, paying doesn't count. I'm not even talking about paying. Paying is just as bad as not being able to get it. Paying is just as bad as not being able to get it. He says, clap shit, Lamau. I'm just speaking facts. Today I'm in fact speaking mode. By the way, this is the last video we're reacting to. We're almost done, guys.
But when Kanye first started out and in his prime, whenever he was dropping back-to-back banger generational projects, his ego was not only outside of the roof, but like his ego is like every single successful person, their ego is what made their careers even like start. If they didn't have big egos, we wouldn't know them. Like, okay, Kanye, when he first started out, y'all don't remember seeing that clip from The Genius, his documentary of him coming up, and he was like trying to play his music, the All Falls Down song off the College Dropout album, in front of the A&R at Rockefeller Records, and the lady literally ignored him. Like, a lot of people, that would have happened to them and they would have gave up. They would have gone, if this A&R, if this really high up person didn't see anything in me, then why should I even see anything in me? But no, he had a really big...
He didn't give a fuck, that's why.
I'm going to keep going. I know who I am and what I can do. And obviously, you know, now he's Kanye, which is good and bad. But, you know,
usually when you're the absolute best, you get hated on the most.
Thank you.
But never stop fighting. No matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise your vision. If it's in your gut, if it's in your soul, there's nothing, there's no worldly possessions that should come between you and your expression.
Yo, Kanye was cooking back in the day.
As a race, human beings were a blip in existence. Death is promised. So what do you do with your life?
All here born to die, no cap. No
how
cap.
do you make your voice the loudest?
Another example is like Drake, bro. You know, Drake literally, okay, he had all like, mind you, all of these people, they had the odds stacked against them. Okay, Drake was a suburban Jewish black kid who,
You know what pisses me off about this whole situation though, guys? What pisses me off is that people that want to hate will tell you you can't do A, B, C, D, E, F, G because nobody knows who you are yet. They'll say, yo, Scott, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're trying to make a YouTube channel about yourself and your takes? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to say anything, Scott? Nobody's going to listen to you. They'll say something stupid like, you think you Aiden? You think you're Sneeko? You think you can just come on here and say whatever you want? That ain't going to work for you, my nigga. You got to go do something else and then try to pivot. But then when you watch a documentary like this and they show you the kind of antics that Kanye was doing, the kind of antics that Drake was doing, you realize that no, these niggas didn't start doing something and then change how they were. They've been doing the same thing they were doing from the very beginning. That's the reason why he's Kanye. That's the reason why he's Drake. That's the reason why he's fucking Kai. That's the reason why he's IShowSpeed. That's the reason why he's Aiden. That's the reason why he's Fuzi. Like, yes, maybe they did start out, some of them started out doing other things, but they still had their antics. They didn't start out, oh, I'm going to be a random generic fucking COD player and then I'm going to pivot into doing React content and talking about my life. That's not how it works. But then again, I'm just a dumb fucking bug, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, right, chat? I'm just an imbecile, right? And yet people are watching me. Wonder why.
started off as an actor, bro, who was also from Canada. Did I just say Canada? He was also from Canada trying to get an American rap-based audience. So he literally had everything against him. Everybody was telling him he does not deserve to be here.
So self-conscious about the strikes against me, like, you know, coming from Canada and being on a TV show and being like, you
Canada's
know,
crazy.
light-skinned. But now it just
super light skin is wild.
To really accept that I am something different. I am something new. I see it more as an opportunity to really be like, well, maybe I don't have to be the next Ye or I don't have to be the next Wayne. I could just be the first Drake.
But you know, Drake.
Damn, bro, that hit. Yo, that hit, chat. Maybe I don't need to be the next Kai. Maybe I don't need to be the next IShowSpeed. I just need to be the next Scott Leonard. Fuck, dude. Yo, Drake was cooking, bro. What the fuck, chat? This nigga cooked with that line.
That, like, you know, it's
nigga cooked with that lane, chat. Holy shit.
Ego, inflated sense of self that allowed him to, again, put the work in, invest, drop out of high school, do all of these things that would make him into the person we know as today is Drake. But it started with that ego, that sense of self, and that sense of entitlement to whatever it is that he wants.
You can judge me if you want. That's cool. Like, sooner or later, though, it's going to be inevitable that your girlfriend's gonna be playing it, your mom's gonna want to listen to it, your brother's gonna be like, can you get Drake to give me your autograph?
Woke up one day like, yo, this is my time. This is my this is my thing. I run this, you know.
This is my thing. The crazy thing is, do you think Drake didn't have haters? I wonder where the Drake haters are now. The original Drake haters when he was a nobody. Can you imagine, bro? Yo, I can't imagine a world where Scott Leonard is in his parents' house waiting for somebody to go live, to jump on their stream, and to leave little hateful comments. In what world does that even make sense, dude? Fuck me, chat. Can you imagine how pathetic and sad your existence has to be? You ain't getting no bitches. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no clout. You ain't getting no attention. You ain't getting jack shit. So you got to derive your joy from jumping on another nigga's fucking stream and trying to tell them they ain't gonna make it. Bro. Damn, dude. I almost feel sorry for these niggas. That's why I let niggas troll me. Because I say to myself, I'm doing charity work right now, bro. I'm doing charity work, chat. I'm letting niggas troll me so they can fucking get their self-esteem up. Yo, if I gotta be the scapegoat, I'll be the scapegoat, chat. Doing my one good deed for humanity over here in this bitch. I'm like, yo, if you hating on me is gonna make you feel better is gonna make you be able to fucking stop gooning for that 1 hour, then fuck. I'll take that hit then. Fuck it. I'll be the bigger man. I'll let you hate on me if it's gonna let you fucking have at least a speck of fucking hope that maybe one day you'll be able to leave your parents' house and venture into the real world. And maybe by off chance, you might be able to pass your genes along to some obese wildebeest of a woman, unbeknownst to herself. Maybe. Fuck. If only one could dream, right? If only one could dream. Scott will, I'll make myself the martyr so that it gives you the confidence to leave your parents' basement. And maybe you might be able to get a job at the local Chipotle. Maybe.
Nobody can really talk to me. I'm good at what I do, and you know, I'm ready for anything really, you know, and whatever it is, whether it's a one dance or whether it's know yourself or whether it's energy or whether it's whatever, I'm ready. I'll shell out anybody, you know. There was just a point where I was just like, yo, I don't give a f. I'm ready to take on anything.
Another really good example is Future. Whenever Future was first starting out in Atlanta, most people don't know that Future was doing this for like 10, 15, 20 years before he even got his first ever really big song. But whenever Future first was starting out, everybody said when he was doing the auto-tune and mumble rap thing, they said that was weird. His manager actually didn't even mess with him whenever he first was starting out. Future was literally renovating the sound of trap music. And at first, nobody was on his side, but he had an ego. He had a belief. I'm telling y'all, you need an ego.
They're gonna thank me later. And some people gonna thank me.
They said they're gonna thank me later. Why you have to talk with the Duke Dennis voice though? That's the real question.
Because they already know. They don't doubt me. A lot of people doubted me. Now it's like they trying to figure me out. Like what he's gonna do next. Nah, don't worry about what I'm gonna do next. It's gonna happen though. Just don't worry about it. No worries. No worries at all. I'm not worried.
Homie said, that's for me to know and for you to find out, bucko.
I got red bottoms on right now. I'm comfortable.
Do not let people tell you.
Nigga said, I got red bottoms on right now. I'm comfortable. Yo, chat, the truth is, just like how our boy Alex the Virgo said, like, this nigga was doing that shit in the shadows for years. I'm in the shadows right now. You guys are watching me in the shadows. We're in the underground, my nigga. Right now, you're in the underground, bro. You're in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, baby. We're going down. You're catching me early, my niggas. But I promise you, 5 years from now, it ain't gonna be the same shit. And the niggas that stick around and aren't haters, they're gonna be like, yo, that nigga that I used to watch, Scott Leonard, blew the fuck up, bro. That nigga got millions of subscribers now. Fuck. And the haters are going to be hating someone new because the haters can't, they're like cockroaches, bro. You can't shine the fucking spotlight on them. They're allergic to fucking sun. Sun is a disinfectant for those niggas. They be scurrying from corner to corner eating shit. Fucking cockroaches. You ain't no fucking viewer. You're a cockroach. You're a cockroach. In the famous words of Tony Montana, you ain't no cock, Pete. You're a cockroach. The fuck out my spot.
Is an ego and you have to be selfless. Those
dirty scumbags.
Now, if you let your ego get in the way of you treating people right, that's a different thing. Or you let your ego get in the way and you make you feel like you're better than everybody from a human to human standpoint, that's one thing. But I'm talking about when it comes to you, your art, and your trajectory. Your ego is the thing that tells you you're not just gonna have a normal trajectory of go to college, get a good paying job.
Being a normal nigga.
You're not gonna be the musical artist who falls off, or you're not going to be the basketball or football player who, you know what I'm saying, doesn't even get a college offer. Your ego is the thing that not only sets you above from everybody mindset wise, but it lays down the foundation so you can actually put in the work to prove that you actually are better than those around you that you say.
The fucking ego is the fuel for you to keep going. If you don't have ambition and ego in this world, you're not going to add up to shit.
Are skill wise. So you as an artist, please develop an ego. I'm not saying do not have humility. I'm not saying be arrogant, but I'm saying have a sense of self that
no. Don't talk out of both sides of your mouth. I'm saying be arrogant. Fuck it. Go balls to the wall. Don't give a fuck.
sees you as so highly that nobody can bring you down. With that, I'm Virgo. I appreciate y'all so much. If you would like to book a one-on-one consultation call with me, go, you know what I'm saying, follow this Instagram, DM me. Also, just if you would just like to, you know what I'm saying, see more shorter form content and support, follow me. About to hit 1,000. That's really cool. And I just want to say thank y'all so much for the love.
Yo, W's in the chat for my boy Alex the Virgo. Go check him out, guys. This guy, he subscribed to the channel. He's been in the chat a few times in the past. We had him on a Discord call. Go show him some support, chat. He always be dropping the bangers. Nigga got 20,000 subscribers already. That's crazy. Because when I talked to him before, I think he had 15. So he's definitely making it. I need to fucking start to get on my grind, chat. Hopefully tonight we got some clips. I think we might have got some clips tonight. He says, book a call. Yeah, I'm not doing the booking the call thing. I was about to say something about it, but I was like, let me not be an asshole. But when he said book a consultation, I was like, okay, man. You're pushing it a little bit, but I ain't gonna bust the hustle, right? I'm not gonna shit on the hustle. But you are pushing it a tiny bit with the fucking book a consultation shit. I was like, okay, man. You're going a little bit far with it now. You're going a little bit far with it. Just a little. Anyways, let's end the poll. Let's see what the results of the poll were tonight. The question for the poll tonight was, streamers are celebrities. 50% said no. 42% said yes. 8% said yes, but like Z-list ones. We had 12 votes. Yo, by the way, guys, if you're watching the stream, please make sure you smash the like button. I stopped asking people to smash the like button, but in reality, the like button is what gets the stream to get to push to new people. If people aren't donating money and we're not getting new subscribers, then they need to smash the like button. That's the only way the YouTube algorithm pushes the stream. Otherwise, it's like we're talking into a vacuum. And tonight we had a good stream. I hate, but it's part of the process. So I was about to say, I hate when I have a good stream and there aren't that many people watching. Like tonight we had 12 people at the peak. But I just got to think about it positively and say the people that weren't in here, that's on them. They missed out. That's on them. They missed out on a good one. Yeah, we're about to hit 6,000 subscribers. I need to put this shit into fucking Nitro, though. We need to get this we need to step up our game a little bit. So hopefully we can start popping off. I really genuinely do think that we got some clips out of tonight's stream for sure, though. He says, Isabel was Mossad and took the chat with her. Yo, we lost a lot of people. I don't know. People, you know, when we were watching this Alex the Virgo video, I wanted to say people be getting in their feelings when I'm having an ego and shit. You know, like Gray. Gray abandoned us because he said, I didn't want to be a normal person. He said, Scott thinks he's not a normal person. Scott wants to be better than a normal person. He's not satisfied. He's not satisfied. Like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? I appreciated the support, but I don't need you to be telling me that I need to be a normal person. You want me to come down to your level and shit. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing that for anyone. It doesn't matter how big of a supporter you are. It doesn't matter how much money you donate. I'm going to keep it a buck. And, you know, maybe other content creators will cater to other people's fucking needs. Like if somebody tells them like, oh, do this and do that, and the person's donated a lot, they'll be afraid to go against what the person's saying. But I'm not that guy. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are or how much you've donated. If you're saying some fucking shit that I find that against who I am as a being, I'm going to fucking call it out. And if you don't like that, then you're watching the wrong streamer. He says, nah, Isabel dealing with Canada shit. Everyone else just be in and out of chat. I don't know what people want on the rise, to be honest, bro. Like I said, like I've given up on trying to cater to everybody's needs. I'm just going to be doing my own thing. And if people like it, they'll stick around and watch it. If people don't like it, then they go find another streamer. There's plenty of streamers. There's lots of streamers. Before I was being foolish. It was silly of me to try to cater to everybody and do what everybody wants me to do and this and that and yada, yada, yada. Like, I just got to be myself. And the last 3 or 4 streams have been the best ones we've had. And the truth is, when I'm in my ego, when I'm in like today, I'm in myself, right? I'm locked in. I'm just being myself, and I kind of don't care. I have a not giving a fuck attitude today, right? And look at the stream tonight. I thought it was a banger stream. I mean, I wasn't stuttering. I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous. My chest isn't tight. Like, I'm just doing whatever. He says, you're in yourself. Yeah, I fucking grabbed my shit and I twisted it around and I plugged it in the back. I got the loop-de-loop. I got the fucking locking key. I got the locking key going on right now, Daffy. Next stream, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I kind of want to have a stream where I talk about Panama shit. A story time stream. I don't know if people would want to watch that shit or not. Just talking about my life in Panama, my childhood and shit. I don't know. I might do that. If I don't do that, I might have one about, I don't even know, man. Tonight, if Kanai had been in here longer and we had a few other people, I would have probably talked about like the new Game of Thrones show that was playing, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. There was an episode last night that released. It was pretty good. And there was also an episode of Fallout, the season finale, in fact. But we have some TV show shit we can talk about too. You know, there's a few things, but I kind of want to talk about the Panama shit. Because I really haven't really gotten into detail. I've told you guys a little bit of my story from Panama, but I didn't go like into depth about it because I don't know, man. When I was telling the story in the past, I wasn't like locked in as much as I am right now. But I think I could tell you guys some stories that would be interesting. So, anyways, I'm gonna drop the sound, guys.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're going to see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
It's your boy, Scott Leonard, your favorite streamer, the Black Asmongold. The voice and news outlet of the chronically unemployed, the biggest hater, the biggest pocket watcher. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Turn on notifications. We stream almost every day. The schedule is in the description of the video. And I guess that's a wrap, guys. Everybody take care. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.